Right, hello people from the internet, hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, the time has come for me to play on stream once again. So here we are about to play some Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. I'm kind of excited, not gonna lie, because attacks of opportunity are over. There's no more attacks of opportunity. Never really liked the change. It's a complicated change to discuss because I think on really strong characters it doesn't really matter, but you feel it a lot on characters that are not super powerful. And the reality of Crawlan, because of the way that the game is made and stuff, the average character is not gonna be, Minotaur tier, Hill Orc tier, that kind of powerful. So the average character is gonna have to worry about that and worry about that a lot in the early game. The more the game goes on, the least impactful it gets, but it's still pretty impactful. I have had fights where I lose like 100 HP in bolts or so just from attacks of opportunity because I need to reposition. Um, may also have something to do with the fact that frost hearts are a thing that exists there, so you might have to reposition while slowed, and you know the drill. It's kind of annoying, but we don't have to worry about that anymore because there's a new thing that was implemented. As you can see, I'm not in the random account. We're gonna be playing some shapeshifter, but I don't know which one. One that I haven't played before. Hmm. One that I haven't played before. Let's try this. Yeah, I heard that these guys get two amulets or two talismans now. Phlox talisman. I am very excited. This makes it so that you actually have incentive to train for shapeshifting. Wow, these guys have -3. Well, I'm gonna train for 6, and we shall see how that goes. I like the idea of Phlox talisman being a part of the starting kit. That is, in my opinion, a pretty good change and something that should have been done from the very beginning. But at least we didn't make it to a stable version um, without Flux Talisman. Haven't used it even once. Haven't gotten the chance to use it ever since it got implemented in the game. I started Jin because I figured that if I don't find good forms, I might go spells anyway. Um, Oh, I cannot wear the gloves because of beast form. And I am training shape-shifting after all, so I think I might stick to using beast form. I wonder, let me read this. Weapons or shields. Reducing stealth and preventing invisibility and melee damage is reduced. That's fine. You can wear gloves. Who cares about wearing weapons or shields anyway? Who even wants to do that? I should wear the ring mail. Yeah, I was gonna go for the letter, but the ring mail sounds better. Ouch. Getting killed by a worm. Very, very classic D2 experience. Do I get? I'm gonna get strength. Sandblast. That's an okay thing to have. How uncastable is it? It's very uncastable. Partially because I decided to wear ring mail. Partially because zero spell casting. Oh man, this guy has a whip of electrocution. That's kinda risky. And I don't have a wand. I should probably not fight this guy. I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I can fly to not tap that guy. We might even go downstairs. Just play it safe. Yeah, we cannot kill that worm. So far things are going kind of okay. By the way, I think that monsters with weapons of electrocution this early in the game should be marked as monsters with exotic weapons. But I don't know if that whole thing is still in the game. After all, I haven't been playing I haven't played in a week. Literally haven't played in a week. I was gonna stream yesterday, but I fell asleep and I woke up a bit too late. I woke up like right at the middle of the time that I would normally be streaming, so I said like, let's not do it. Yes, attacks of opportunity are already removed. They got replaced by something different. I think that monsters have like a 20% chance of just gaining a lot of movement speed if you walk away from them. I think you should get a message, but as you can see, I'm walking away from this adder, and you're not seeing any attacks of opportunity. So they're already gone. Yeah, this is wonderful. I love this. I don't know if the other got the buff or not, but I did walk away from the other a lot, and there were 0 attacks of opportunity, so they're already gone. It's fantastic. Hmm. Oh man. Oh man, I think this guy might kill me. Potion of 3? Yeah, oh man, unfortunate. Unfortunate. There was really nothing to be done there. Attacks of opportunity might be gone, but you still have a hard time running away from monsters that are within melee range. I think that Jin Shapeshifter may not be the best idea. Let's go for Ogre Shapeshifter. Let's give that a try one more time. Last couple of tries that I've had with Ogre Shapeshifter, they have not been great, but I think that it's gonna go better today. Yeah. So the plan is getting 6 shapeshifting and then going into flux form, and then training on armed combat to 11 as usual, and then fighting. Some potions. Maybe we go Gosak. Depends on how many shops we find. Not gonna go Gosak for only one shop. Maybe for 2 shops. Okay, not bad. Those consumable shops are such a big deal in the early game because they... Oh, wow, we found statue form already. Wow, this might be a great game. As I was saying, these consumable shops early on are a really big deal because, well, as you can see, those ones are identified, so you actually know what you're gonna be buying. Gonna buy everything. Maybe a mistake, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. Okay, do we get strength? I think we get a little bit of dexterity, yeah, so that I am not walking around with below 10 dexterity, which I have. I think that it reduces accuracy a teeny tiny bit. Okay, this is a better character than the one that I started before. Yeah, this one had a ton of experience on its D1, a ton of shops. Now it's only a matter of whether or not we happen to find Gosag and amass enough kills with Gosag to get to the thing. Oh, you know what? Considering that I am not training on armed combat, I might as well just use this Dagger of Draining for a bit. Do I kill Sigmund? Maybe with Reform we kill Sigmund. It's probably a bit risky to do so, but I think that I do beat Sigmund with Reform. Okay. Only because I think that I do win. If I didn't think that I was going to win, I wouldn't really do it. And there we go. We do get confused, but that was pretty good. And we're about to hit 6 shape-shifting, so I'm gonna go into flux form, which is gonna be exciting. Because I haven't tried that. +2 cloak. About to get, yeah. I really am looking forward to getting it flux form, so, because I will want to wear that cloak the moment that I get to flux form. In order for it to get to it, I need 6 shapeshifting, and we're almost there. Yeah, those are gonna be my next things to train. 11 unarmed combat and 15 fighting. Ring of Evasion, very good find. For I actually don't know which one is better between the dagger and the short sword. I think that I'm gonna stick with the dagger because the dagger does have a component of like base damage that scales with attack speed a bit, while the short sword wasn't even enchanted. Its speed brand makes it deal some okay damage because of the slaying that I have in beast form. But I think the dagger might be better. Oh, one of them is pursuing. Look at that. The null puts on a burst of speed as it pursues you. Does that happen even if the monster is not next to you? Huh. I don't know exactly how um, the new replacement for attacks of opportunity works, but it's certainly pretty exciting. Okay, is this one the one that's pursuing me? Yeah. They gain the attack speed, the movement speed for a very long time. Alright, D6 shapeshifting time for a little unarmed combat. Yeah. And now let's use that Flux Talisman. Your dagger of draining melts into your body. You turn into something dangerously unstable. Your damage rating with unarmed combat is about 6. Oh, it reduces your base damage by 1. No, no, no. That doesn't seem right. It doesn't do that. Okay. I'm gonna train fighting. Yeah, let's just train fighting instead of training this. Oof! Haha! Jessica glows dangerously bright. You hit Jessica. Jessica shows as magic cascades through her. This is amazing. I'm already enjoying this a lot, and it was my first fight using this specific form. Yeah, this seems pretty cool. Okay, let's be careful with that priest. Heavy contam. Man, this seems pretty good. I'm enjoying this. Keeping in mind that I have literally 2 unarmed combat, this seems pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if this was pretty great versus monsters with heavy armor class, because I feel like you only need to touch them for them to be seriously contaminated. Well, not seriously, but somewhat contaminated. It also is very good versus invisible monsters. Yeah, I've heard stories of people going through the entirety of the game with only Flux form, which is probably gonna get it seriously nerfed down the line, but it seems pretty good to me, at least for now. Let me drop this. We're not gonna be using that anymore. And I wish I could drop the W, but your weapon is melted into your body. Yeah. By the time I unmeld it, or by the time I abandon Flux form, it's not gonna be useful anymore. Okay, yeah, I'm enjoying this. The black bear glows dangerously bright. Amazing. How? Let me read the item again. Melee base damage minus 33%. Comtam damage 13, max 50. Max skill 13. I'll get to it when I get to it. For now, we're gonna be training fighting and then unarmed combat, and then we're gonna go back to shape shifting because this is obviously pretty strong. I find it funny that the game gives you a number for contam damage as if it meant anything, as if it wasn't just a brand new thing that only one thing in the game uses. I think Irradiate should also have this mechanic of contam damage. I think it would be funny. Okay. Manual of Staves. What is that? Oh, it's in a bolt that I probably shouldn't open. What is this? Granite statue. It's only a normal statue. You think I can kill this with this form? I probably can. I feel crazy powerful. So I'm gonna give it a try. I hope that I do not accidentally die from doing this. Oh, look at that. They have exotic items. Spear of Venom and throwing nets. Okay. I assume that I can be netted in Flux form. Oh wow, I'm super poisoned. Immediately super poisoned. This is not looking pretty good. That's pretty bad. I might get deadly poisoned without any way to fix it. Okay, we're deadly poisoned. Let's see if we can find a way to fix it, and we do. Now, can I beat the Null with 21 HP? It doesn't seem to be using a Spear of Venom, so I think that I do have a chance. I'm gonna drink a Potion of Tree for safety. Okay. Unfortunate, all of that, but we might be able to survive this. Enchant armor on the animal skin, I suppose, because I have nothing else to enchant. Oh, wait. Do we want Ambrosia right now? I feel like it's better to save that for later. Attraction, definitely not. Resistance. Immolation. Brand weapon. Okay. Okay, Ghost. Do I kill you? How much HP do you have? 49. I have 50. You don't have any armor class, and I have 7. And I also have 15 evasion. So the only thing where it does much better than I do is in its the damage department. But then again, I have Flux Form, so maybe Flux Form, the damage carries me. And I can Berserk again, so I'm probably gonna Circ this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that went very well. Yeah, that's another null. This one has a wand of acid. It's gonna kill me. It really wants to kill me. Okay, how do we do this? Oh, you cannot throw stuff in Flux Form? That's interesting. Man, those gnomes really are upgrading their firepower. Okay, I'm gonna use another Potion of Tree. Probably not the wisest thing to do, because using another Potion of Tree, or using the Potion of Tree, makes it so that I cannot dodge the bolts. But it did give me the armor class to not die to all the acid. So I think that it was probably the correct thing to do. Overall, would I say that this was a good idea? Probably not, because it almost killed me. But it was not impossible. I did want to teleport away from it, to be completely fair. No, it's not a triumphant return of Pillar Dancing. I think that now, whenever you walk away from monsters, they have a 20% chance of gaining swiftness for a while. So, so they become much faster, and they can still give chase to you. You know, they don't just get free attacks, fortunately, but they're still like dangerous. You cannot just disengage from them very easily. I wish I had a little bit of money, but I can at least buy one of these potions of curing. I really am looking forward to finding Gozak. And I want Gozak because not only the shops, well, specifically because of one of the items in the shops, I see statue form already, and you know, I am a troll, or I am an ogre, and statue form is like the dream come true. Why not get it? Okay, I was hoping that they wouldn't come after me, but I can probably kill them all. And that I do very successfully. They don't have attacks of opportunity anymore, they can just get hasted. It's not quite haste, because haste also increases attack speed. This only increases movement speed, so you cannot run away from them still. But at least they don't get free attacks on you as consistently as with attacks of opportunity. They can still get free attacks on you, it's just gonna happen much less likely. I like it a lot. Oh, before I leave, I should probably grab these items. Yep, delicious unidentified items. What are we leaving behind here and here? Nothing that we would like to carry. Except maybe for Scrolls of Noise, for the very specific situation of being in SOT 5 with no alarm traps, but nah, who cares about that? That's not gonna happen. Flux Form has been pretty strong. Yeah, I've enjoyed it a good amount. So far, I've only had the replacement for attacks of opportunity happen only once. This feels really strong. Yeah, I like it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it got nerfed, because things that feel this strong usually get nerfed pretty harshly, up to the point where they're kind of unusable. So better experience this while you have the chance. There. Yeah, I like the Naomi emote. Thank you for suggesting it. Do we get more strength? I think we do. I think we get strength, a lot of strength. Temple. D5 Temple. I'm experience level 9 on D5. I don't see Gozak here. That's a shame. Cool temple layout. I like the colors. Rift Wizard is great. I hope that the developer gets to release Rift Wizard 2 sometime soon. You know what? It's really great. I enjoy this a lot. I enjoy not having a task of opportunity because before having two whites in melee range was a really messed up situation. And now I reposition and they didn't attack of opportunity me to half HP. Just because I dared have two of them within melee range at one time. So I am very positive towards that change. I think that change will make Crawl a lot more playable, man. Okay, do you see? The null puts on a burst of speed as it pursues you. So they are getting free attacks on me, but it's not that terrible. Except for the one that has a halberd. That one is actually pretty bad. But yeah, we lure them towards a corridor and we kill them. Much more manageable than it used to be with attacks of opportunity. Much more pleasant to play with. Really like it. I'm gonna stop training on fighting for a while. Let's just go to unarmed combat. I think we get 11 unarmed combat, and then we just go for training for the form. And we're still searching for Gozak. Yeah, we still haven't found Gozak. Let's try to. Okay, yeah, as you can see, you can give it to monsters that are not next to you. So that's the main difference with attacks of opportunity. Attacks of opportunity only affected monsters that were directly next to you. This affects monsters that are not quite next to you. As long as you can see them, they can still run after you, and they run for a good amount of time. I'm searching for a choke point, but there doesn't seem to be any choke points here until this one. Yeah, but I think I like this one a bit better. Okay, they surrounded me, but it's fine. I'm very strong. This form is kinda really busted. I like that ring. I like the 5 strength and the 2 pips of fire resistance. The -5 dexterity is an unfortunate downside. Oh yeah! I like this form a lot because this form, yeah, the shadow begins to glow. It's not going to go invisible. This form gives you see invisible kind of. So shapeshifters are in a pretty good spot, I would say. Oh, Jeremiah. You think I can beat Jeremiah? I doubt so. Jeremiah is pretty ridiculous, but I'm also pretty ridiculous myself. I might actually be able to win. Regardless, I should search for the altar of Gozak. I just saw it. Is it this one? Oh yeah, it's being guarded by Jeremiah. Man, I only have 67. Okay, I'll go back. I'll go to the next level, get enough money, and then we can go back and worship Gozak. Yeah, it's a shame because these guys could have turned into gold. Another ghost. I think that I can probably kill it. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty strong. It's quite the departure from what I originally felt when I played Dogger Shapeshifter. I felt like it was pretty bad, and now I feel like it's pretty strong. I'm liking it a good amount. Do one and do Besa. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I figured that the one was already here, so why not? I have already identified Identify, but I haven't seen it in a good amount of time. Man, Flux Form seems really strong for the early game. I think that there's no way that it's not gonna get nerfed. It's almost impossible. Do I Circ myself? Okay. Yeah. I don't think that Jeremiah should spawn on D6. I wonder if Jeremiah has already been nerfed, because when I saw Jeremiah the day that it was introduced, and I saw it on the same level as Prince Rivet, and it was kind of ridiculous how much more powerful Jeremiah is than Prince Rivet. Like, Jeremiah just happens to have everything. A high damage weapon of draining and blinking and the butterflies, like and a lot of HP. It's just everything, you know. It's too many things. Oh, come on. I am lacking 4 gold, it seems. Let's go find it. Oh, I didn't even check the ghost. It has a ton of evasion, so I might not be able to hit it. But when I do hit it kind of hard with the contamination. Let's go. Acrobat? I guess that I can put it on. Maggie? I don't fear you, Maggie. I have 2 pips of fire resistance. Yep. And she got me some acid skills. That's nice. Jeremiah has a robe of willpower, which I was also thinking about using, but I think that I would rather use the acid skills, at least for now. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, between dealing with bees and dealing with centaur, the centaur is much easier to kill. Okay, I have enough money. Let's just go back. Or I would if I could. I have 2 pips of fire resistance, so I think that I can use immolation and things will be okay. I don't want to get hit by 4 or 5 explosions. Oh man, the killer bee puts on a burst of speed as it pursues you. They're not really dealing a lot of damage to me. Wonder why. I don't have the resistance or anything. Is 10 armor class really enough to not get destroyed by bees? That feels strange, but anyway. I am very glad that I have 2 pips of fire resistance so that I could just get rid of the bees like that, because otherwise they would be annoying. Gosak. Oh, it went up. Why? Why? Is it because I leveled up or something? Man. Okay. Okay, I have enough money now. Let's just go back before... Oh, the Jack is pursuing me now. I have to kill this guy. I like the pursuing mechanic because it also can serve to split the bands apart, because like not all of the band gets the speed boost at the same time, so you get a chance to fight them and kill them, and then the rest of them arrive, so you fight kind of 1 versus 1 and then 1 versus 1 again, which I like it. Plus 2 glaive on d6. Yep, Jeremiah always has a plus 2 glaive. Or is it a plus 2 glaive always? I think that it's always a glaive of draining. It may not always be enchanted. But yeah, it's a pretty ridiculously powerful unique. Especially for d6. Like, it's the kind of thing. It's like Sigmund. It's like Sigmund, but for D6, is what I would say. Like, something that you should obviously not fight because it's crazy powerful. Oh, we found Blinking. Let's go. And we also found Tele. Bloodstained Falchion. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm not gonna use it, but it is pretty good. See, Sigmund before his nerf parade. Yeah, Sigmund before his nerf parade. Okay, that went very well. You know, that had the potential to be a deadly fight, and it turned out to not be that. Pretty good. This book is so good. Look at that. Poisonous vapors blink and ignite poison in one book. It's like the book that wins you the early game, with a good potential to just win you the game altogether. Um, I'm gonna use another immolation. Yeah, I can. Can afford to do it. It's fine. What other things can't you do in Flux form? I guess that the only things that you cannot do is weapons or shields. Damage is reduced, no stealth, no invisibility, but who cares about those things? No weapons includes no throwables, funnily enough. Yeah, they're grayed out. You can't do that in your present form. I think that's pretty funny. It's too far away. I needed to get over here like right now because I needed to step on the clouds of fire. Oh man, that is not very good. That's pretty bad. Okay, we're reading teleports. Oh no, please don't kill me. Okay. I don't fear the acid dragon, I have the resistance. It still hits kinda hard though, so I'm gonna teleport again. Oh boy. If I did, oh wow, really? If I didn't have the resistance, I would have died there. I have a Crobat. I can make it to the stairs, but it doesn't make any sense to just make it to the stairs. This would be the kind of fight that I would be able to win without a lot of difficulty if I could net the guy. So it's pretty interesting that there is indeed a rather sizable downside to being in Flux form. It's a good thing that I don't have to net the guy if I'm at full HP. The main issue there was that I was not at full HP when the guy first saw me. Let's train this to 13, or actually let's just go to 15 for statue form. I hope that it hasn't been nerfed already, because I heard something about making it a tier 4 talisman, which would be pretty bad. Item. Okay, no, it's still tier 3, so I need 15 for statue form. Yeah, it's gonna be great. As a thing, you fear from the attack of opportunity change double ogres rushing from the edge of the screen. I mean, they can do that now with this change. There's I think that it's a pretty good change in my opinion. I like it a lot more than how it used to be before. Apart from, the two-headed ogres just running at you from the edge of the screen, that's kind of worrisome. But that shouldn't happen very frequently, as opposed to attack of opportunity, where it happened pretty much every fight. And yeah, like it was kinda extremely tiresome in the early game. Now the early game is significantly more manageable. Where's the guy? Oh, I found it. I kinda wanna open that, but not yet. Oh, I will open it now. I thought that I was not done with the level yet, but I can open it. Yeah, I don't care about the dragon. Easy peasy, no issues with that bolt. Okay, let's continue. I have to say that I'm enjoying this experience quite a bit, and by that I mean it's probably gonna get nerfed very soon. Yeah, because usually things that I enjoy a lot are things that get nerfed very quickly after I get to enjoy them. Um, I kind of want to try with other species now because last time, you probably remember, I played the Ogre Shapeshifter and it was bad. It was really, really bad. But now, between the changes that have been introduced to the game, like between Flux Form being a starter item and also attacks of opportunity being removed, I think that it has been a much more enjoyable experience. Yeah, I think that the current change is pretty good because it still prevents people from pillar dancing like crazy, while not being like a massive nerf to the player as attacks of opportunity were. Mm. Okay, funnily enough, I had a moment there where I was not sure if I wanted to reposition versus that guy, um, because of the whole I don't know what the thing is called, but like just like running at you, the run at you attack. Should I read teleport? I don't think I beat Berserk Snorg. Do I beat Berserk Snorg? I don't think I beat her. I think she's a bit too powerful. Maybe with a net. Okay. Yeah, I should probably go into another form so I get the benefit of nets. I don't want to use Maw because Maw nukes my body armor. I get no body armor in mod form, and body armor is pretty much all of my armor, so that's a pretty bad thing to be in the receiving end of. Charge. Let me look at the commit, so I know what the devs called it. But yeah, that was a pretty great change. It was implemented earlier today. Make Maw form healing trigger more often. Maw form auxiliary. Fix Draconian Dragon form armor class. Removes here it is. Hot Pursuit is called. Hot Pursuit. Okay. But yeah, um, big fan of this change. It should have happened much earlier, but I'm glad it happened at all. Burst of speed. Yeah, the commit calls it Hot Pursuit, but I'm just gonna call it Pursuit. I'm just gonna say, oh, that monster started pursuit or started pursuing me or something along those lines, and you will understand what I am talking about. Lots of orcs in this level. Must have the orc entrance. And there it is. Okay. I still feel like I would be able to beat you if I could throw stuff at you. Oh, I can go into tree form and throw stuff, right? Yeah, that seems like a plan. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Tree form, throw net, throw Curare, punch Snorg because I'm on armed combat, throw another net, throw another net, punch Snorg a bit more. By this point, the Berserk should be close to wearing off. Yeah. So even if I lose the tree form, it doesn't matter. Oh, she just goes Berserk again. Monsters cheat. Do not ever forget that. Monsters are very good at cheating. Much better than players. Alright, that was fun. Interesting usage of the reform to make me able to throw Curare and nets. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Yes, attacks of opportunity are gone. They got replaced by something that's called Pursuit, so that whenever you see a monster and you run away from it, it has like a 20% chance of gaining swiftness, so it can run after you. So it still prevents you from pillar dancing, but it is not like, oh, you have three monsters next to you, and if you try to reposition, they're just gonna make you explode in like 2 turns. As it used to be with attacks of opportunity. Now it's much more palatable. I like it a lot. Um, okay, let's go to Lure. Let me inspect this thing. Contam damage 42, max 50. It would be nice if I knew what it meant for contam damage to be 42, but I suspect that if it hits 100, it just makes monsters explode the way that they have been exploding. Um, oh wow, those would be pretty okay if I could use them, but unfortunately my hands are too big for them because Ogre. But yeah, this character already has a statue form. I really have a lot of incentive to just go straight for 15 shapeshifting and use a statue form and just punch things in statue form for a good while and just level up strength for the rest of the game, which is probably what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be great. Ogre J. Simpson's glove doesn't fit. Yeah, I mean, the game really has a glove grayed out. Cannot argue with that, I suppose. Um, okay, that's fine. That's fine, yeah. Nothing bad really happened. You know, the game tells you when you get paralyzed how many turns you got paralyzed for. I would like it if it also told you how many turns you got petrified for, just out of curiosity. Because I don't know how long petrification lasts for. Maybe it lasts for the same amount of time that that paralysis does. Anyway, this ring looks absolutely bonkers. 6 slaying. Yes, I'll take the 6 slaying. Wormbird's Ghost. Once again, I probably should have inspected it before opening that, but it's not a match for the might of this character. I wish you couldn't open doors. Oh man, is it really not gonna open the door? Oh no, it did. It did. But it let me at least retreat to regen to full HP. That's nice. Alright. This whole not inspecting monsters thing is probably gonna get me killed sooner rather than later. If I keep opening Ghost Bolts. It's only a matter of time until I open a Ghost Bolt of a dude that died with like LRD or so, and I take 1,000,000 damage during the fight. Okay, as you can see, everything is pursuing me now, but it's still better than attacks of opportunity. Yep. I think I win this? Yeah, I don't. I think I win this. Okay, maybe I don't win this. This would be a great time to have heal wounds identified, which I have in shops. I should really go back and buy some heal wounds. Do I beat these guys with 27 HP? Maybe, or probably not. Okay, I did win. I should have used Potion Petition for healing. That's what I should have done. But yeah, let's just go buy heal wounds. Yeah, attacks of opportunity are over. Is that why everything is hasting itself? That is indeed why everything is hasting itself. But it's not quite hasting itself. That's a important distinction to make because hasting itself would mean that it attacks you more often too when it eventually reaches you. It only moves faster. So yeah, it is a similar mechanic, but in my opinion, a much better mechanic. Because, no, well, to begin with, you know that a monster is gonna have pursuit enabled. The game tells you, as opposed to attacks of opportunity, which would just mean, oh, a monster is next to you. It might or might not hit you really hard next turn if you walk away. Um, you saw my comment on Rossman's last repair video, the one where I said about that I just like jam aluminum paper and like wrap things up with like kitchen wrap. Yeah, janky solutions for janky problems. Um, let's go and buy that heal wounds because not having that might kill me. Okay, Jeremiah fight. Jeremiah is a pretty messed up enemy, really. I think that oh, the butterfly puts on a versus feels it pursues you. That's hilarious. As long as Jeremiah doesn't do that, then we're cool. Um, but yeah, let's go find that heal wounds. I can beat Jeremiah, but it would be great if I could stop somehow Jeremiah from jumping like crazy. Yeah, I agree that Jeremiah is a bit too powerful. Um, as it is right now, Jeremiah is like D6 Sigmund, as in you should probably not fight that. You should probably just pretend it doesn't exist and walk away. I'm gonna buy this. I don't need to buy the granite statue or like the statue form talisman so quickly. I can afford to wait for it a bit more. Okay, so these shops have a ton of potions of mutation. Yeah, there's 4, and I am carrying 3. No, there's 5, and I'm carrying 3. I really should. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I hope that I do not get punished for doing this, but I'm gonna do it. I got fire resistance, which is good, but I am not going to. Oh yeah, I'm also not going to keep that. Okay. Nothing really changed. Yeah, I still have frailness. Okay. Oh man. I don't like the strangely shaped body. Ogre already has too much of a downside when it comes to armor class to also have strangely shaped body. This is pretty good actually. I'll keep that. I'll keep that probably for the entirety of the game. Even the minus potion is not bad because I am a Gosag worshipper. Can you ask for in-game advice? You can always ask me for in-game advice and I can provide it, and I don't mind. Sigmund isn't that bad anymore. Yeah, that's what I mean by D6 Sigmund is more like D6 Sigmund before Sigmund got brutally nerfed to the ground. It's funny that Sigmund was that strong for a very large part of the game, like from inception until very recently. Sigmund was essentially untouched, and then it just got nerfed to the ground because of the introduction of attacks of opportunity. Funnily enough, well, not really because of that, but probably as as a scythe change to because of attacks of opportunity. You know what I mean, right? Like attacks of opportunity require the nerfs to other areas so that the players want a bit more, I suppose, something along those lines. Should you go range for longswords? Let's take a look. And by that I mean open it in the browser because I clicked that in my streaming program and it just opened a browser in my streaming program, which has some pretty small font. Let's see here. You have 13 dexterity. You have a captain's cutlass. It's a pretty good thing. You also have slaying. I would probably train Mindelay for short swords because the captain's cutlass is a short sword. It's not a long sword. It is a rapier, I think. Um, so you could train Mindelay for that. I wouldn't really worry too much about going dexterity. Um, let's see. What is the main way that you're killing things? Like how are you killing things? Hmm. Huh. Sigatubi's dreadful rot is unusable? for gargoyles. I didn't know about that. Oh, you have stun arrow, poisonous vapors, toxic radiance. It seems to me like the only thing you're really missing is ignite poison. Oh, you also have Mad Mage Maulers. What I would do is go for Stone Arrow because it seems that you're already going for that. Just like stick to Stone Arrow and maybe also get me in delay on the Captain's Cutlass. And eventually, if you don't want to cast anymore, you could put on the Mad Mage Maulers. Um, Similarly, if you don't want to tab anymore, you could just throw away the Captain's Cutlass and replace it for like a staff or something. Seems like a pretty solid character so far, anyway. Yeah, you're worrying about the late game way too early. It's only you're only experience level 13. You still have a long way to go. You don't have to worry about that for now, at least. A good example of why I say that is my most recent win, where I had like no way of killing orbs of fire, and what I ended up doing was picking up MCC, and the training from or like the experience that I got in SOT pretty much because I picked it up after Bolts 5 and Depths. The experience that I got from SOT was enough to make it get or be castable. I already had an okay amount of training on Air Magic to be completely fair, but still, you could apply that towards other schools in almost the same way, and it would probably work very well. The late game of Crawl has a ton of experience to let you pivot into doing some other things that you weren't doing before, picking up higher level spells, for example. Um, which I really like because the late game also provides you with really strong and dangerous enemies that you really need to answer with like real specific answers for those enemies. And if you don't have a way to kill them, it's gonna be painful. Yeah, just to make sure about the Captain's Cutlass, um, I'm pretty sure it is a rapier. Yeah, this cutlass falls into the short blades category. It is a short blade. That's how it was last time I inspected it, but you never know. Things always change. It is the chaotic nature of Crawl. Um, so it's always good to check every now and then. I've told this story before, but before I started streaming Crawl, I spectated someone, like a new player, playing Crawl on Twitch. And I told the new player, oh, just use a wand of fire to burn down the tree. But I didn't know that wands of fire had been removed from the game, and the only thing that was left were wands of flame. So the dude uses a wand of flame on the wood, and I'm like, no, that's a wand of flame. You need a wand of fire, without knowing that wands of fire were not a thing that existed anymore. Yeah, trying to provide advice when you have been away from the game for a while is not gonna go well because of the nature of the game. Unless someone is playing a specific version, but pretty much no one plays a specific version only. Getting kind of killed here. Okay, let's use potions of heal wounds, which I have 5, which I bought to identify precisely for situations like these. I think I win. Yeah, I think I win. Still, I should not be very staff heavy as I have been. We have 13.8 shapeshifting. I'm interested in switching to Serpent Talisman. It gives me more armor class at the very least. I like that it gives me more armor class. I still have resistance to corrosion as well, so it seems fine. It also gives me more HP, so it's overall like I'm significantly tankier than in my previous form. It's kind of sad, but that's just how it is. Does this melt my... Oh, it does melt my large cloven feet. I guess that it makes sense. Couple of versions ago, the auxiliary attacks chance to proc changed from being dependent on your stats to depending on your experience level, which is actually a pretty good change for this character, because this character has very little in the way of dexterity, but it will eventually get to experience level 27 anyway. So the large club and feet will be useful for this character, I believe. It's not like I'm losing an armor slot anyway, because ogres cannot wear gloves or boots. Okay, deep troll. I saw one of those before. It wasn't really difficult to kill. Okay. Okay, I'm really liking this character. Damage rating by unarmed combat is about 45. That's the kind of damage that people usually get with their really like end game levels of power one-handers. Sometimes even with two-handers acquired at this point in the game. So yeah, it's just the nature of having unarmed combat with a ton of strength. That's why I wanted to go for unarmed combat. A couple of weeks ago when talismans were first introduced, because I figured that it would be really good with an ogre. We kill Nessos, and then we have an Hydra. I'm gonna try to acid the Hydra. Okay, we do get the corrosion. That's really nice. Maybe we can kill it. We kill the Hydra and we hit 15 shapeshifting. I can go for statue form now. Let's just train a bit more fighting. But yeah, having statue form is gonna be great. Can I afford it? I can afford it. Okay, so I can just go into it right now. I think that I'm gonna go for it after I finish this level for whatever horrors await me in Lair 5. Did I kill the... Okay, I think that's pretty funny. How does that work? How can I constrict the bullfrog while being petrified? I don't know, but it works like that. You guess with spells you have to put intelligence points in early on? Not really. No, I wouldn't put intelligence into your character unless you want to continue casting spells. For the spells that you have, at least, it's not really a necessity to keep putting points into intelligence. Yeah, but if you find like higher level spells that you do want to get, then intelligence is gonna be a necessity, because you're not gonna be able to cast a lot with that little intelligence. It's like 13, isn't it? Or is it 15? Yeah, this pursuing thing is so much better than attacks of opportunity. I enjoy it a lot. It's 13. Yeah, you can just cast whatever you have right now with that. As I already said, if you are going to be casting higher level spells, that's the point where you probably should think about getting more intelligence. But let me tell you that tabbing with Captain's Cutlass plus slaying plus having good armor is good enough to win the game. It's a pretty strong item after all. Let's see. I was gonna drop Amnesia because we don't have spells. I think that we can also drop Enchant Weapon because we're not using that in this character. We can drop Beast and Flux. I really like Flux, by the way. I think that Flux really rewarded me for training to 6 shapeshifting on this character. Like, it was super worth it to train for 6 shapeshifting. I have magic mapping. Okay, let's go over there. "15 fighting. Do we train for more unarmed combat?" Not right now. Let's train evocations first, because we might need some of that. I'm gonna get 10. After all, I have been using wands every now and then. I could also train throwing. Both throwing and unarmed combat are both very experience hungry. You don't really get, or you get a lot of value from training the skills very highly. Is what I really want to say regarding those. I was gonna use a potion of flight to fly over there, but I think that I can just go around. Unless there's literal hell waiting for me. Oh, maybe I should have floated around. Okay, that's pretty funny. I should have obviously floated around. I think that's hilarious. Um, okay. Fortunately, I can avoid it by just going in here and waiting it out. Hmm. I have 2 pips of fire resistance, so this should not be an issue. I think this ending has sun demons. Yeah, it has sun demons. Not this ending. This volcano has sun demons. It's not a particularly easy one to do if you don't have the resistance, because sun demons are the most powerful lesser demon. Yeah, in my opinion, they are. They are fast, they hit pretty hard, and they also have fire attacks. They're immune to fire too, so if you happen to be a fire mage, then it's gonna be very difficult to kill these. Um, they're weak to cold though, so good old freeze can probably get the job done. That is, of course, if you can tank it for that long. But yeah, that was a lot of sun demons. That's why this volcano is very dangerous, because there's a ton of sun demons. Not only one. Okay. At least they don't have a ranged attack or something. If they had like Bolt of Fire, they would be terrifying. Wow. I have 2 pips of fire resistance and they're still doing so much damage to me. Okay, as long as you don't have any support, I can beat you. And then we rest. And then we have a Fire Dragon and Fire Scales. I don't think the Fire Scales are particularly relevant for my character. I think that I would rather wear Troll Letter, but acquiring that is gonna be very difficult. I'm still gonna carry them out because they might be useful. The Quick Blade can just stay there. I will not use that. I should really get out of here and go buy my statue form for situations like these. Yeah, I can probably beat that. Maybe we can get the slow. Okay, we don't get the slow. I should have probably gone for the corrosion instead. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, we read fear. We don't fear the Hydra. Tele. I think we read fear again. Okay, we read fear. We don't fear the Hydra again. That's pretty bad. It only has 2 pips of willpower, so it resisting fear twice is very unlikely. Haste is pretty good. We take some damage, but we have haste. Okay. That should be good enough for me to flee the level. Very lucky that the Hydra didn't decide to pursue me, because that would have been extremely bad. Let's go by that. I'm very excited. Okay, can I beat Jeremiah? I think that with 190 HP, if I don't beat Jeremiah, Jeremiah is ridiculous. Yeah, okay. Okay, good stuff. I think we drop the acid and the fire scales, and we equip this raw willpower, and we go buy that thing and we use it. Maybe the ring of willpower as well. After all, I do not have willpower that I... oh no, I have the willpower from the roof, but... oh man. It's gonna be rough if I need to be tanky and have willpower at the same time. Yeah. Alrighty. 200 HP. I like it. I like it. I like it. 206 is my max HP in statue form. And now I have 30 armor class. Yeah, this seems like it's gonna be a great character. I should be able to finish there with the power of statue form. It is a statue form after all. It's kind of insanely powerful. I see that Boulder Beetle really likes to jump away, but I am capable of throwing stuff now, so let me introduce you to Large Rock. Oh, why am I wielding the Dagger of Drain? Okay, that's my bad. Yeah, it had been a while since I had gone into a form that was not capable of wielding the weapon, because I went from Flux form into Serpent form. I wish you could drop melded items. Man, that explains why I was not killing that thing fast enough. I think it's kind of miraculous that I managed to kill it at all. But yeah, it should be you should be capable of dropping melded items just for quality of life reasons, for exactly the thing that just happened to me now. Earlier in the game, I said, "Oh yeah, I should drop that," and I just didn't want to on form to drop that. Yeah, and at least it didn't get me killed. Yeah, could have been much worse. Oh boy, statue form. Statue form ogre hitting really, really hard. How hard is it? Does it hit? 46. Base 12. You have to keep in mind that statue form multiplies all melee damage by 50%. So you get, well, not multiplies by 50%, but like adds 50% on top of whatever damage you deal. So yeah, it says 46. It's actually a bit more than that. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. I think that after this we do train for unarmed combat. Unarmed combat is absolutely the way to go with this character. From the very beginning of the game, I suspected that unarmed combat was going to be pretty good since I got statue form. The game really helped me with serpent form by the time that I didn't really want to use flux form that much anymore. So yeah. Does anyone here have any experience with barefoot shoes? I recently was made aware of the existence of those, and I feel like they fix a lot of my issues with the whole concept of wearing shoes, which I do not particularly like. And I think that I may not particularly like that because of my experiences with shoes. For pretty much all my life, they have been annoying to wear. But barefoot shoes sound interesting, and I'm thinking about buying a pair to try them out. But if someone here has any experience with those, I would be interested in hearing about that. Yeah, the ones with the toes separated. Not actually barefoot, but yeah, the ones with the softer soles and the toe separated. Specifically, the toe separated part is like such a big deal for me. I used to use my thumb, my toe, specifically my big toe, for walking around and for running a lot with some of the shoes that I had earlier in life. Funnily enough, they were cheaper shoes than the one that I have now. And the one that I have now, like when I try to do the same thing, it actually hurts my toe. So I really want to replace it, and I'm thinking of that as an alternative. You haven't? A body really likes them? Yeah, I am probably gonna end up getting some of those. They're pretty cheap, the ones that I've seen. They're like $40 or so. But anyway, let's just go back to playing the game. Let's go do D12. go D12 and then orc shops. I'll buy these. Cottonwoods, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. If you like Crawl and Rift Wizard, I suppose. I shouldn't say roguelikes in general because I only really play Crawl and Rift Wizard. But if you like those two, you should also consider following my YouTube. Yeah. In case you cannot catch the stream. Man, this is a really powerful character. I wonder how much of the power of the character comes from the fact that I have a 6 slaying ring, because that's also something to keep in mind. You watch my YouTube a lot. Oh, I see. Thank you for this continued support on YouTube. I appreciate that a lot as well. Jorgrun. I happen to be a statue, so that's kind of scary. Let's reposition and then step forward, drink a potion of 3, and then punch Jorgrun. Maybe reform was not the wisest thing to do. Cancellation to get rid of the petrify. Okay, we go back to statue form. Do I have silence? Silence here would be okay. It doesn't seem that I have it. Maybe I flew too close to the sun, trying to kill Jorgrun here. Okay, we're slow or we're fast and Jorgrun is slow. The net misses, and we just punch Jorgrun really hard. Okay, that was kind of anticlimactic, but I mean it works. Cannot complain about it. All right, that went very well. Let's go do orc. I think it went very well, but it could have also just killed me if I had gotten a bit less lucky. Do I want to go for immolation here? I think that I don't. Okay, maybe I do. There's definitely a lot of monsters here. Immolation. Have the resistance, so I don't care. Yep, that went very well. Alrighty. Who needs to worry about an Orc Knight in the open when you just have immolation? I'm about to hit 10 evocations. I think we just trained 16.2 on armed combat now. Oh, they have -1 for unarmed combat. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it is not terrible. And unarmed combat does let me use a shield. I just happen to do not have seen any good shields yet. Eventually I shall find one, and at that point I'm gonna start training for shields. It's not that much of a pressing necessity, fortunately enough, for this character because of statue form. Statue form is so good for an ogre. It's also really good for a troll. It just gives you everything you could possibly wish for the mid game. That I think would have been scary if there had been a net in the mix. But if there's only a Cyclops, I don't really feel so pressured by a Cyclops, especially when it's not capable of throwing rocks at me. Careful with the sorcerers. Don't wanna get paralyzed. Okay, this is the bolt with the million sorcerers. I know this one. I think that I'm gonna on statue form. I'm just gonna do this in flux form. I think we do this in flux form. Yeah. Let's go find it because I dropped it. Dangerously unstable. I think that it being something dangerously unstable is pretty funny because I don't think that it's gonna be going into stable as it is. Yeah. It's too powerful to go into stable as it is right now. Or maybe it's just a result of this being the first game that I play after attacks of opportunity get removed. That might also have something to do with that. Maybe it is just the correct amount of power, but because attacks of opportunity are gone, I just feel like it's much more powerful than it really is. That is also a possibility. At the end of the day, what I can really tell you is that Flux Form made it so that I was able to go through the early game without the characteristic pain and suffering that the early game is well known for. So I like it because of that. Stealth is worthless. Yeah, stealth is just not something that I particularly value on my items. If I think that it could have been many other things, but stealth, yeah, I wouldn't even put a scroll of enchant armor into it. So low scrolls of identify. I guess I can buy one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we have been finding some pretty strong books, but I'm not particularly interested in casting spells with this character. I just wanna punch things really hard, maybe throw some rocks as well. Yeah, talking about throwing some rocks as well. Might as well set the stop for throwing at 20. I'm not training that yet, but I will soon. This is such a great character. Let's go to the rest of the dungeon. I wonder how the pursuit attacks work, because if you remember at the very beginning of the stream, I tried walking away from a snake for like a million turns and it didn't ever get to pursue me. I wonder if that was because it was already next to me. I see a hat in there. No, I don't think there's any hats. Yeah. Oh no, there is a hat in there. I actually want that. So I'm gonna open that. Somehow I have 1 pip of cold resistance already. Haven't seen this screen. Hadn't seen this screen in the entirety of the game, but this looks absolutely stunning. The only thing that I am missing is 1 more pip of willpower, and these would be almost perfect defenses to win the game with. Or almost perfect resistances, I should say. Not quite defenses. Bolt's entrance. Nothing to worry about, the character is just really powerful. As soon as I am done with the level, I'm gonna put on my Ring of Cold Resistance and we're gonna go over there and punch those simulacra. What does this want from me? Let's see. +6 Demon Blades. Okay, I of course do not have that, but the moment that I have a Demon Blade, I'll just throw it in there and things will be okay. Okay. Oh, once again I should have inspected the ghost. It's an easy ghost. It only has 100 HP. Come on. Alrighty. They were no match for my 2 pips of cold resistance and 30 armor class. My reward is a +1 hat, which is actually pretty good. We can probably enchant it and inscribe it with Ogre Barding. Yeah, because it really is an Ogre Barding, just the same way that it would be an Octopode Barding. Let's get out of there. Yeah, we don't want to fight all of that at the same time. That actually feels like it would be pretty nasty. This is going very well. I wonder if it will hold this power level for the mid-game. That is always something to think about when it comes to really strong early game characters. Wouldn't be the first time or the last time that one of my really strong early game characters just gets completely flattened into the ground by the crawl mid game experience. I sure hope that it doesn't happen today, but it might. I don't like the large amount of melee that we have on the screen. I think that immolation is the way to go. Should have done it earlier, actually. Oh, they didn't explode. This is okay because it gives me line of fire so that I can do this. Okay, I used Charming instead of Ice Blast, but it still worked. The warning resists with almost no effort, so I didn't even hex it. Attraction on that guy? Is that safe? It's not safe. Yeah, it's not safe, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I say that it is not safe because it might pull some undesirable things. Jeez, that was quite the punch on Kirky. And your kick misses Kirky. How much damage does my kick do? Oh, 6. 6 base damage, which doesn't scale with unarmed combat, by the way. But it's fine, because it does scale with slaying, and I have 6 of slaying equipped. Attacks of opportunity are over, K9. Everyone is just so surprised by the fact that attacks of opportunity are over. Yeah, I don't think anyone actually liked attacks of opportunity. I liked the idea of not being able to pillar dance because pillar dancing was optimal and it was also a pretty boring experience. I'm glad that that's gone, but I always thought that the attacks of opportunity as a replacement were way too overkill for what they intended to achieve. Instead of that, the pursuit mechanic is so much better, in my opinion. I like it a lot more. It's a happy day. Everyone is rejoicing at the removal of attacks of opportunity. Probably one of the most controversial change that Crawl ever made, the introduction of attacks of opportunity. I am glad that I don't need to fight Roxanne because I already have statue form. No, no back to pillar dancing. Monsters have a thing. Let's try to trigger it with the Tengu Warrior. Oh, I guess the Tengu Warrior doesn't do it because it's faster than I am. Let's see if the Necromancer does it. Okay, there we go. The Necromancer puts on a burst of speed as it pursues you. So now monsters can just swiftness themselves for free if they're as fast as you are and you're walking away from them. They don't do it consistently. It's like a 20% chance every turn that you walk away from them. So that has the result of being much more manageable than how it used to be. It is so much more likely that you're gonna survive being surrounded by 2 or 3 monsters in the early game. You can just reposition and it's not gonna just kill you. As opposed to before where you could reposition and then bam, 3 attacks of opportunity and you're at 20 HP. It was pretty bad, right? Now it is much more manageable. I like it a lot. Yeah, it at least gives you a chance to position yourself. And this, which has been my first game post attacks of opportunity, has been pretty good. Oh well, it's actually the second. The first one dies to something that I shouldn't have fought in the early game, right? It was an ogre on d4. Yeah, it's still very difficult to break away from an ogre on d4 if it gets next to you. You never thought attacks of opportunity were that bad? I feel like they were okay for really strong characters. Like really strong characters could just ignore them. But if your character was not like really tanky for the early game, it was super punishing to get hit by a couple of attacks of opportunity. Never really liked them because of that. I felt like it made a lot of things that I like to play, like Ogre, kind of really difficult to play because Ogre does get punished a lot from getting hit by stuff, and attacks of opportunity were just free hits for monsters. Anyway, mid game we have Shoals and we have Spider, and I think that I'm gonna try Spider because last time I went Shoals and I got absolutely dunked on. I'm gonna try to dive and go do bolts instead, with a rune, of course. Can the speed be targeted with Yara? No idea. I don't have Yara or Quicksilver this game, so probably not. Or, well, I suspect that it can't be done, but I don't know for real because I don't have any way to try it on this occasion. Attraction. Yep, get pulled into the poison. Easiest, fastest way to kill a large amount of dangerous melee. That would be that would be ridiculous. Yeah, it would be easy to abuse. I agree. It would definitely be pretty exploitative and not particularly fun to if that could be dispelled by Jaras. You can't imagine that devs would have thought of that. I wouldn't have thought of that. Yeah, the devs think of a lot of things. They don't think of everything, but they do think of a lot of things. Oh, it sure feels nice to be walking around this place while being immune to poison, resistant to electricity, and highly armored. It is a very special experience that you don't really get to see with a lot of characters. Mm. Okay, 16.2 unarmed combat. I would love to have a shield by now, but the game has refused. So let's just get a little bit more fighting for some added survivability, because I'm gonna need it. Oh, by the way, I think that drinking those potions of mutation early was absolutely worth it. The cold resistance is a big deal because now I have cold resistance for bolts. I don't have to worry about getting destroyed by frost hearts. I mean, they still hurt, but not as much as they could otherwise hurt. There's a ghost moth. Did I already kill the ghost moth? I think that I might have killed the ghost moth in some of my random flailing around. Okay, I don't want to get malmutated. Oh man. Oh man, I hope that I don't get malmutated. No, not the one that I actually want to. Oh man, that really sucks. Well, goodbye cold resistance, and of course I keep the frail. Let's go and try to get rid of that. Disappointing. I still have frail. I still have frail. Oh man. Well, that sucks. You don't know if it's just you, but ghost mods have been destroying you lately. Yeah, ghost mods are very strong. They have always been very strong. Especially in Spider. In Spider, like, think about it. It's a literal SOT enemy in Spider. Literal SOT enemy. Like, it's not even a lower tier version or anything like that. It's a literal SOT enemy, and it spawns in Spider. And in SOT, it's not like it's fodder anyway. It still removes all of your mana in SOT. It still can cause you to die from stat loss or get paralyzed from stat loss in SOT, and it's in Spider. So yeah, it's definitely one of the scariest things that can spawn in Spider. For how many turns does the speed last? I think it lasts for like 20 turns. It actually lasts for a good amount of time. so it's not easy to outlast. It's more likely that you're going to end up using a consumable or killing the monster than it is for you to outlast the debuff or like the buff for the monster, which is kind of the same effect that attacks of opportunity used to have. Mm. Well, now all of these are soul bound. Oh no, I don't like this. Okay. What if I read blinking? Wow, man, this has been a very painful game. Well, not really. This has been a very painful spider. I was doing spider 1, it was just fine, and then I got shafted. And then I got shafted into obviously what spider is best known for, open space full of monsters, and I went downstairs into open space full of monsters plus torpor snail, and then I went upstairs into more berserk monsters, and now I have 20 HP. You often do spider after bolts and elf just because of those damn mods, because of ghost mods, or because of mods of wrath. By the way, another literal sot monster. You feel like people sleep on spider? Yeah, it's not a happy place to be in. I just went here because last time I had spider and shoals and I went shoals and I died on a character very similar to this one. So I figured that the only way to really do it was to go to spider. But I might die here. I'm probably not gonna die because I am in what I consider to be a very stable position now. I can even drink in this. I can also use potions of, or like scroll poison. Yeah, well worth it to use a scroll poison here. Attraction, get pulled into the poison, heal once again, and we're cool. Yeah, we're not gonna die any here. We're completely fine. Yep. It's like a poison attraction is like throwing a bunch of spiders into the blender. They're not surviving that. Sun Moth is a pretty scary enemy. These don't even have their energy bolt should probably be Bolt of Fire. 3 dice of 20 that cannot be resisted is kind of rough. Lucky Scroll blinking. It put me right in what's probably the safest spot in the whole level. Let me heal and get back enough in shape to just kill the spiders. Yeah. Throwing time, I suppose. Oh, I was hoping that the Orb of Destruction would hit the red back. Okay, let's try to get rid of Frail. Hey! Oh man, that sucks. We lost Frail, but we replaced it with something that's probably worse. Except not really, because I don't have regen, but it does make it so that if I do eventually get regen, I'm not gonna be able to use it, because it's gonna be completely worthless, because my regen stops near monsters. I wanna get rid of that, of course. Man, the downsides of playing around with potions and mutations. Sometimes you just get malmutated by Rat Roach that you failed to kill fast enough, and you lose all your good mutations with no potions and mutations to fix the issues. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Let's try to go upstairs. Okay, that's about what I was expecting. Oof, it's so much damage. Spider is high key the hardest left branch. It's pretty ridiculous. If you go downstairs into that kind of ridiculous death trap, it is pretty unfair, I think. It doesn't feel nice to be in situations like this. You went through 1,000 potions and never got what you wanted. I often just call it quits if I have something good. Like if I come out ahead, that's where I'm like, okay, I'm done. Pursuit system is that monsters that are as fast as you are have a 20% chance of getting swiftness for like up to 20 turns if you walk away from them while they are in your line of sight. It's a pretty good mechanic in my opinion. Mm, yeah, remove attacks of opportunity. That's pretty good. Here's a comment in case you want to read it. It sounds rough, but it's not that bad. It is so much better than Attacks of Opportunity. I like it a lot more. Well, I have to blink away from this one because I'm slow and those guys are Zerg. Yeah, I hate that it's a Berserk Torpor Snail. That feels especially vile. It feels so much like cheating. Why can you be Berserk while you also perma slow everything? Okay. How much? I still have enough tele. Okay, we're fine. Gotta be very careful about how I go down to the next level because I suspect that the same thing is just gonna happen again. Um, okay, let's try one more time. Oh, this is a different set of stairs. This is actually a bit more manageable. Still, I absolutely hate this because I don't think Spider should have completely open levels like this one. It's so ridiculous when Spider is entirely comprised of bands of monsters. Another scroll of enchant weapon. I suspect that I already have enough to fully enchant the demon blade that the game wants me to enchant for the treasure trove. Okay. That guy was throwing orbs of destruction at me and I was throwing large rocks. I guess large rocks are the real orbs of destruction if you think about it. Yeah, I didn't really want to walk forward because revealing a lot of monsters when I was at that amount of HP was kind of risky. I have to say that I'm not a fan of the combination of the worm that barbs you and orb spiders on the screen at the same time. Those two things are pretty nasty. One of them punishes you for walking, and the other one punishes you for being at range, just like this. How do we do this? Do we butterflies here? Yeah, sure. I have a lot of scrolls of butterflies, so I figured that it was a good thing to do. Ouch. Oh man. It walked away from me. Mm. Oh, Mind Burst might actually get the job done. Yeah, 80% chance to Mind Burst a Nerf Spider. It's pretty good. Oh, okay, this is really funny. You know why I have minus regen right now? It's because there's a ghost moth in the screen. I cannot see it. I have no idea what it is, but the game knows that there's a monster on the screen, and that's why I have minus regen. I think that minus regen should not trigger, because it does say there, while foes are in sight, invisible monsters are not in sight. Yeah, it's exactly what I told you, Ghost Moth. Okay, it might not be a terrible thing to have after all, since it does let me detect when there's a Ghost Moth in the screen. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting rid of it. Okay, I don't particularly care about anything that's in there. Except maybe this. No, it's tele. If it was blinking, maybe. But it is tele. Alrighty, let's go downstairs to see if we can get a room from this accursed place. Oh, I get to choose between all 3 stairs? That's nice. I guess I'll start from these ones because there's no enemies here. What's the source of my evasion? I'm using an amulet of the acrobat. That I am looking forward to replacing for regen as usual. Okay, this is the room bolt, by the way. Yeah, it always ends with some ridiculous thing like this. This would be the perfect time to have immolation or poison, but I do not have those anymore. Okay. We have a scroll of poison in Spider 4. Oh, but it's right there. The cruel irony. Do I blink? How bad of an idea is it to blink over there just for this? But it does clear the fight with almost no pain. I would get so much value out of that blink. But it's a blink. It's so valuable, you know. I'm gonna use it. Alright. Now we walk over here and we use a potion of attraction. And now things start to die. The only spiders that are actually gonna do well here are the ones that are resistant, like the ghost moths. By the way, the ghost moths are literally killing me. I am going to teleport away. Wow, 46 in one turn. Alright, very good teleport. It happened very quickly. Yeah, ghost moths, am I right? Literal sot monster. I'm at 3 dexterity. That did kill a ton of enemies, so I think it's fine. Oh man, now I have to deal with the 2 of them at the same time. It was fine, actually. I thought that it was gonna be much worse. I think with a couple more misses on the ghost mod, it would have been a completely disastrous fight. Okay, we're done. Out of willpower. Oh, that's a really, really nice thing to have. I really like it. Yeah, I do wish that it had come before I enchanted the previous hat, but I will take it. Alright. Another ghost moth. This game just has infinite ghost moths. I have no idea what it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, I don't want to go to D0 yet. Let's go to bolts. It's just force of habit from all the times that I press it during an orb run. Okay, funnily enough, the Soul remaining Deep Troll actually dealt a ton of damage to me, and that was because my dexterity is super low. Yeah. The only issue that I really have with what I have right now is the fact that my dexterity is so low. Because dexterity being low really messes up your accuracy. Wow, this character is really powerful. I think that a lot of other characters being stuck while marked with minus regen would have already run into serious issues by now, but yeah, the durability of statue form is wonderful. Really, really powerful character. Um, my damage rating with unarmed combat is about 61. It has been going up very steadily, and that gets multiplied by 50% too because of statue form. So I'm dealing a lot of damage. I also do not have to be absolutely terrified of Thunderhooks as any normal character, thanks to the fact that this form has resistance. They're still pretty damaging, even with the resistance. As you can see, my HP dropped below half, um, but I managed to survive. And let's see what we get here, please. That's perfectly fine. I'll call it there until I amass a good stack of potions of mutation. I do want to mutation roulette, but I'm not gonna do it one potion at a time because that would mean getting stuck with something pretty bad for a good amount of time. Also, it's not like I truly need it. Okay, this would be a perfect moment for the game to spawn an Amulet of Regen. I would really like an Amulet of Regen right about now. Warlord dies easily. My recently acquired Hat of Willpower makes it so that I don't have to be afraid of Wizard Banishment. Ogres have enough willpower to not get destroyed by that if they equip only one source because they have 4 willpower per level up. Yeah. I assume that for some people, Shoutitis is like that mutation that, like, oh no, Shoutitis, I cannot have that. But I never really play characters that are like that. Yeah, it's really just not my kind of character. Okay, Frederick dies. Man, that would have been a super nasty situation to deal with without the resistance. That Thunderhook was behind so many nasty things. Thunderhooks are too powerful. That's another monster that, in my opinion, should really be nerfed. Yeah, I like this feeling. Like, it's not always that I get crawl characters that feel like this, but I really do enjoy the experience of characters just feeling like you're driving a bulldozer and like there's a monster on the screen and then you tab it and it just explodes in like 2 turns. It's fantastic. Um, Gotta play it safe with these Dire Elephants, however. Hello, Loops. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you enjoy Crawl because I play that a lot in this stream. Fear? Okay, the Convoker's chant is interrupted. Yeah, cannot really fight anything with the amount of HP that I have right now. Really could use some regen game. Oh, when did I pick that up? Bolt Sentinel and Bolt Swan. Okay, it just happened. No. You're a beginner, so it's good to see someone playing. I have a ton of experience. I've been playing for many years. It's a game that I enjoy a lot, and today we're celebrating the removal of attacks of opportunity. If you play drunk, you're gonna get to experience that change right away, but if you play stable, you're gonna have to wait until 0.31 is released, which is gonna happen in a couple of months. But yeah, that's a pretty good change for the game, in my opinion. I really appreciate it. Ah, water. Mm, I'm gonna go back to unarmed combat. Uh, um, I think that I want this and magic mapping. I don't think I have magic mapping. Oh, I have to. Okay. Mm, I have a ton of identify in my inventory, but nothing to identify. And I'll buy the teles because I have very little. And I'm a Gosa worshipper. I can afford to just buy whatever I need or want from those shops. Perks of being a Gosa worshipper. Will fast species still outrun most monsters? I actually have no idea. That's an interesting question because the other day I played Spriggan and I was like, wow, this is awful. This shouldn't exist. So maybe this is a massive nerf to Spriggans and cats. But I have no idea. Let's read the commit for Hot Pursuit. Let me copy it and paste it in the chat once again so you can read it. The player moves away from a monster. If that monster then moves towards the player, they will have a 1 in 10 chance of putting on a burst of speed. Oh, it's a 1 in 10. I thought that it was a 1 in 5 chance. It's only a 10% chance. Moving 25% faster. So yeah, swiftness, pretty much, for the next 20-ish turns. Speed bonus affects the move that triggered it, so players walking away from an adjacent jack have a 2% chance of getting a surprise BAP from them. The way that this reads, Spriggan is still faster than most monsters. Yeah, I don't know about Cat. I think Cat would be the same speed as most monsters when they do that. Cats needed nerfing anyway. Cats need some mercy killing, really. Like, they should get removed already. Think of Puronatical, who only plays cats. Like, why would you submit yourself to such terrible fate? You were playing with a Mitra Berserker, it's too OP, but you died like 3 times before you start to understand the game. Oh, don't worry, you're gonna die a lot more than 3 times before you start to understand the game. I shouldn't fight that. A shame that I couldn't kill the Bold Warden. Oh yeah, okay, Menace. So, this would be a perfect time to use Wand of Roots, but it didn't generate this game, so I get Ice Blast Acid is pretty much what we have to work with, other than maybe a net, but I don't think that's gonna work. I should start hasting myself. Mm. Well, we didn't get haste. Let's try again. Haste for 240. I'll take it. Now let's try to net Menace. We have 3 nets. Hey, first try. Let's go. Now we acid Menace. Okay, looking pretty good. Now we just punch Menace and Menace dies. Okay, we get 2 punches in, which almost kills Menace, but it's not quite death. What we're gonna do now is use Ice Blast. Oh, come on. Seriously? No damage? No, it did do a little bit of damage. Menace should be like at 3 HP now. I'm gonna continue using this until Menace dies, and there we go. Beautiful. Do you think that this Demon Blade will count as a Demon Blade for the purposes of that treasure trove? I sure hope so. That also reminds me that I should train shields, because I have these shields, these exquisite shields, and I sure want to use it. That was a very clean Menace fight, but I did grossly over prepare. I went for Might Haste and I just like used everything. But then again, I think that's just the correct way to approach a Menace fight. Menace is pretty dangerous after all. Magic in this game is too hard to understand? I disagree. In fact, one of the things that I recommend to new players the most is Jhin. Like, just play Jhin, Cinder Acolyte or so. It's pretty crazy powerful, and it also gives you a lot of random spells and stuff that you like. You don't have to be overwhelmed by like this screen, right? Because you see, I have a ton of books, I have a ton of spells, and you don't know which ones are good and you don't know which ones are bad. Which I completely understand how that could be overwhelming for a new player. Jhin kinda gets rid of that because it gives you one random spell every 2 levels, starting on level 1, and the spells scale with the power level of your character. So by level 20, you're not gonna get a level 1 spell. It's actually balanced somewhat. So you get the spell, and you read the spell, and you get to cast the spell. And you experiment with the spell and you figure out whether or not you like it. That's why I like Jhin a lot. And I know that approach works for sure because other people that have had that similar outlook when it comes to magic, that they think that magic is just too complicated. They have played Jhin and they have walked away from the experience understanding magic a lot more than they used to before. So yeah, if you think about that, or if you think like that, if you think that magic is too hard to understand, just play a couple of Jhins and it will be okay. Um, for winning consistently, Jhin can be pretty difficult. Because sometimes you can get really hosed by the spells you get, but that really shouldn't be an issue if you're still in the learning phase of Crawl. Yeah, I like Jhin a lot. In fact, I stopped playing a lot of Jhin because of the attack of opportunity change a couple of years ago, but now that it's gone, I might play a lot more Jhins. Yeah, Jhin are special like that, and they also do not learn spells. They cannot pick up a book and learn a spell. Hey, Norris! Brain Feed, Primal Wave, and Drain Magic, and I have 13 intelligence. I think that I can do it without just like getting no intelligence. 210 HP. He can hit for 51 damage with his weapon to cause confusion. That's pretty scary. Oh, look at that! He has an Evening Star. That's a pretty good weapon. Oh, I got confused. Okay, curing. Maybe I should have buffed the same way that I buffed for Menace, but Nah, you know what? The Norris fight for this character is easier than it would be for other characters, because I don't fumble in shallow water. That's a thing that melee characters have to worry about when it comes to Norris. Um, by the way, the original incarnation of Norris didn't have that. Um, it's a pretty nice buff for the current iteration of Norris. Mm. Okay, I'm getting kinda spanked here. Nothing too bad that I died, but it did come pretty close to killing me. Teleporting when I did was the correct thing to do. I have trained a ton of throwing, and I haven't really been throwing that many rocks, but that's about to change. Ouch. Ouch. Why are you not dying? I think it's the literal same Bold Warden, but both times it has just happened to run onto me when I don't have enough HP to kill it. Yeah, this is pretty funny. I think that I'm gonna go for heal wounds. Okay, didn't really do it. Hmm. Are you capable of killing me? I think that if I blink next to the Yoctor is not gonna kill me in melee, and that's also gonna give me a couple of turns to heal before the Bold Warden reaches me again. Yeah, if I blink next to this guy. Yep, Yoctor hits you but does no damage. Okay, that should be more than enough HP to kill these guys. Oh, wow! Dude, stop hitting me so hard. Why are you capable of hitting me so hard? I do not understand it. Well, it's kind of inconvenient, kind of dangerous that this guy is so consistently hitting me so hard. Okay, I was not sure that was gonna work, but it worked. So now let's just punch that guy. Man, that was dangerous. Why was that guy so powerful? That guy really was employee of the month or so. Okay, this is what we are going to do. I am going to equip the tower shield that I have, because I have 10 shields, and that would help with not dying to that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't like that it is gonna nerf my attack speed. As you can see, it's not particularly fast by any stretch of the word, but it is pretty damaging, so it's fine. I should search for some jabs. Do I have jabs? I have 7 jabs in the entirety of the game. I have shoals too, so I'm probably gonna be walking away from there with a lot more jabs. But for now I have only 7. I'm thinking about it because, you know, if I have throwing and I have a million slaying, I do want to be able to throw some jabs. Man, that Bold Warden really was like the protagonist of the story. I have no right killing such a powerful Bold Warden. We're done with bolts, or at least the amount of bolts that I am willing to do. I think that next thing we do is search if we have 6 scrolls of enchant weapon, because we do have that trove. And I have exactly 6. This is perfect. This is where we're gonna find out if the Demon Blade of Holy Wrath will work for using on a Demon Blade Trove. And if it doesn't work, I can always just rebrand it and it will turn into a Demon Blade. Or can I? I don't think that you can rebrand your Demon Blades anymore. Oh, I'm glad that I thought about that. Brand weapon. You aren't carrying any weapons that can be branded, so you can't. Okay, I suspect that the Eudemon Blade is not gonna work on the Treasure Trove. So if I enchant it and try to use it for that, I'm gonna be disappointed. Because it's a completely different item altogether. It used to be that if you rebranded a Eudemon Blade, it turned into a Demon Blade. But that kind of thing doesn't work anymore. It was changed a couple of weeks ago, I think. Kind of unfortunate change for me. Demon Blades? Nope. It's only that one, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work. Pretty sure it doesn't work. It's just a completely different item. I'm just gonna ignore it then. Yeah, if I had been in this situation in a previous version, I would have been able to test it. This is not the random character account. This is the normal account. I wanted to play a specific character, a specific shapeshifter, because I haven't tried Flux Form. And from what I tried the Flux Form, I like it. It felt pretty powerful. It felt like you actually wanted to train shapeshifting from the very beginning of the game, so you could actually use it and then train some other things. For this character, I went Flux Form, fighting. I got like 13 fighting, and then I got unarmed combat, and then I went back to fighting, and then I went back to shapeshifting, and it worked very, very well. Let's go to depths. I think that I am powerful enough to do depths, or to do some of depths at least, and there's a good chance that I run into some Hell Knights here that might give me Demon Blades, which I definitely want. You'll watch tomorrow, now you need to leave. Yeah, thank you for stopping by and thank you for the follow. I don't know if I said it, but I do appreciate it. Ooh, I want that. Yes, do give me the Storm Queen's shield. I fly into the air. That's actually perfect because it will be very helpful for shoals. Probably shouldn't be throwing all my rocks in that bolt, which seems pretty nasty. Okay, I think it's pretty funny that the Earth Mage was not targeting me with LRD, it was targeting a wall, and if it was to target me, it would deal significantly more damage. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that, but it feels weird that monsters sometimes play so suboptimally. That I am not a big fan of. You know, this character has one rather serious issue. Attacking monsters that have a big amount of evasion is difficult, like these Spriggans. So this is actually dealing a good amount of damage. Let's read teleport. Okay, very good teleport. It's actually not terrible. This is, it could be much worse. But what I don't like about this vault is that it's just a big illusion of actually having a corridor. You don't have a corridor in any of that vault. I think that I have to read teleport again. Okay, this is fine. One-of-a-kind books. I am not going to bother even inspecting them because I'm not casting. More strength, more dexterity. Okay, let's get a little bit of dexterity. I've been missing a bit too much for my own safety. So the Storm Queen's shield is a kite shield, right? It's not a tower shield. This early prototype slipped through their fingers. Sweet. Cumbersome to wear and impedes the evasion, spellcasting ability, and attack speed of the wearer. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is a kite shield. It's not a tower shield because of base shield rating of 8. Or is it a tower shield? I think it is a kite shield, but let's see. It is a kite shield because tower shields have base shield rating of 13. I'm very happy about having found that item. I needed an okay shield, and that's a pretty okay shield. It gives me flying. I had to buy it with an amount of money that would be prohibitively expensive for a good amount of non-Gosag characters, but I'm a Gosag character, I can afford to do that. Oh man. Okay, well at least that's a Hell Knight. Hopefully we see more Hell Knights with Demon Blades. No, no more Hell Knights? It was alone? Seriously? When I want to see a band, it was alone? That looks like a death trap if I've seen one. I wonder what horrors await me inside that huge slab of stone. It's a lot of earth mages, really impeding my ability to fight in a corridor here. But that's literally all that they're supposed to do. They're supposed to impede your ability to fight while not surrounded. Okay, Dream Sheep, Shapeshifter, Etin. Oh yeah, I remember this. Let's fight here. This is so much safer if I do it here. Okay, got my 15 shields. Let's just get my 22 unarmed combat now. How... I've been going through this character very quickly. Yeah, it's only been 2 hours, but I don't feel exhausted or anything. It helps a lot that it has legitimately been an easy character. I don't think that there's any other way to put it than to say that it has been an easy character. Flux form, very good for the early game. Really, really strong for the early game. And there was a statue form on a D1 shop, so I was set for success from the very beginning. I only had to survive to the point where I could use the statue form, and Flux form really helped a lot with that. You know, I lost a rock throwing it at that floating eye, but I'm not even mad. It's a floating eye after all. Okay, I just delved into depths real quick for a Demon Blade, and I have done 2 levels, and I have not seen a Demon Blade. And you cannot banish me, right? Yeah, it's only at 3%. You cannot banish me. Oh, she had a Glaive of Distortion. She could have banished me. I should have checked for that. I did see Louise had an exotic item, so should have inspected her a bit more closely. It was still fine anyway. Weapon Boutique. Maybe this is where I get my my Demon Blade. Except not. Yeah, of course I was not gonna get it from a shop. Getting Demon Blades from a shop or in general items like that is so unlikely. It's very difficult for such a thing to happen. Skin of Sore and Troll Letter. I actually want the Troll Letter. I'll buy it. Yeah, let me on-transform real quick. Goodbye Robo Willpower, hello Troll Letter, and let's retransform into statue form. We're no longer using this. Yeah, we're not gonna be using that. I think that we could also train more shapeshifting for the extra amounts of armor class. Oh, Demon Whip. Oh man, there it is. Yeah, one of or 2 of those guys have Demon Blades, one of which has distortion. Gotta play it a bit safe, but that's exactly what I wanted to see. You're not the one. Sojobo, Queen of the Tengu. Spooky enemy to be fighting against. So, Demon Blade. It is right here. Let's go over there. Okay, now I can skedaddle away if I really need to. Yeah, I think that Immolation wins me this fight. You think Immolation wins me this fight? Is it me or Sojobo used to be way scarier? I'm pretty sure that Sojobo with Tornado used to be way scarier. Yeah. I'm gonna play it safe and I'm just gonna read a teleport. Okay, that was not the teleport, I just got pushed away. And then I do hit the teleport, but it puts me essentially in the same fight. Fortunately, I land next to an teleport trap, which lets me just leave. Okay, I got what I came here for, so I'll come back later. Yeah, I also got a ton of rocks as a happy upside of coming here in the first place. Okay, I'm gonna read magic mapping. No, I'm not gonna read magic mapping. Let's just walk over there. Oh no. Well, the game is pretty good at making you feel like you wasted a very valuable charge of digging. But I have 19 more, so it's not that bad. Caustic Strike. Ancient Leech. Okay, goes for the Volt of Acid, hits me and I resist and I get corroded, but it was still not enough for me to just destroy the Leech, for the Leech to avoid getting destroyed like that. Okay, that's funny. And here's the reward. Another ring with 5 slaying. Jeez. I don't think that this ring is particularly great. Is it better than what I have right now? Like, I lose 1 slaying, but I gain 2 strength, and I gain 2 dexterity, which is also important. I think that it's better than what I have right now. I don't mind losing the resistance to corrosion. I might want to go back to that ring at some point, but for now, it's fine. Um, yeah, the extra dexterity is sweet. Oh, I didn't even put it on. Let me put it on. What happened with attacks of opportunity? They got changed into this. Let me paste that in the chat. Yeah. You can take your time to read what it is because it's way too long for me to talk about it again. But I think it's a pretty good change. I like it a lot. Wow, we just destroyed Sojobo. That wasn't even close. Sojobo just ceased to exist. Amazing. Scroll of Silence, I'm gonna buy that. Also gonna buy the Teles. Oh, is indeed a pretty good reaction. Yeah, I was going to stream today, but I didn't know if I wanted to stream crawl. But the very first thing that I saw after I woke up and I checked Reddit was a post by Onatical in the Roguelikes Discord that said attacks of opportunity have been removed. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm playing crawl today. So here we are. I don't want to go to the vestibule of hell. That was an unfortunate typo. I like how the game is like, thank you for visiting hell. Please come again soon. And then when you go in is, welcome to hell. Please enjoy your stay. I immediately hit an exploration trap when I went into hell. That was pretty funny. Trove. Okay. Treasure Trove. Let me get rid of a couple of things that I'm not gonna use. Like this. And actually, we're gonna be getting rid of the Scroll of Brand Weapon. We don't need that. We probably can get rid of Identify now. Yeah. Okay, so we read this to enchant this. And then we drop this. And then we drop a bunch of stuff, so my inventory is not cluttered, and we get rings. The chances of this being super strong are really high. When they do get the burst, you can make decisions around that fast. Or around that, yeah, I also like that a lot. Hey, remove a Ring of Willpower from the shopping list. We picked up a Ring of Willpower, a Ring of Fire, Ring of Strength, Ring of Mana, Ring of Fire. Interesting ring. I think it's dangerous. I'm gonna carry it, but I don't think I want to use it. This ring is also okay. I'm also gonna carry that. Mm, actually might be useful if I do crypt. The amulet is an amulet of reflection with cold resistance. I might put that on because I don't have cold resistance. Weakness to cold, mana regen. Okay, it was worth it. It was very low cost, very low cost for treasure trove. So I feel like we came out ahead. Um, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put on the amulet of reflection. It's literally just an amulet of reflection with cold resistance, but I think it might be better than regen because I don't have cold resistance. Mm. I was thinking about that 6 strength ring. It might give me more damage than what I have right now. 5 slay. What if I put this on instead of the slaying ring? It was 68 and it was before 67, so it's literally an upgrade. I like it. So we're not using Slay, but we're using a lot of extra strength gear, which helps a lot with both throwing and, of course, punching with unarmed combat. Yep, I think that the character got very strong. Um, this is pretty nice. Yeah, 40 strength character. Also, that gives me back my resistance to corrosion, which I didn't have before. Yeah, this is great. I think this character is set up to win the game. Um, I just need the 22 unarmed combat, and then we train shapeshifting to 23 for the extra burst of armor class. Maybe we train a little bit of evasion, but I think that's unlikely. Let's go get a second rune, and by that I mean let's go do not spider. Let's go do elf. Yeah, haven't done elf. We don't really need any loot from here, but it might be funny. Oh, Ashael. Goodbye, Ashael. This is pretty funny. This would be so scary if I didn't have fire resistance. Get rid of the summoners to get rid of the earth or the fire elementals. Now the only ones that were left were the ones that were in Azrael's band. Very flavorful that Azrael happened to spawn here in this ambush of fire mages. Okay, easy peasy. A potion of mutation. I don't think I want to mess with mutation anymore. At least not until I have a huge stack of them, but I only have one. Um, maybe later. Maybe Elf 3 gives me a ton of them. Or maybe I get the Sigotubi's Wislav, which also happens to have a ton of potions of mutation. Books, including a manual of ranged weapons, but ranged weapons does not equal throwing. If it was a manual of throwing, I would have been much more excited. We don't need this. Yeah, we don't need potions of brilliance with this character. Hold on, I dropped my potions. I dropped my potions and I didn't pick them up. I'm glad that I remembered before I actually needed to, use some of these. I still should drop potions of brilliance because we're not going to be using them with this character. Yeah, only potions of brilliance. And I started to be suspicious that something was wrong when I picked up a potion of mutation and I saw that I only had one because I was pretty sure that I had already picked up one before after I drank all of them. Oh man, Deep Elf Elementalists now have LRD. That's an important thing to keep in mind because they're gonna directly target me with LRD. This is such a great character. Yeah, the closest that I have come to dying with this character has been that Bold Warden a couple of minutes ago. So yeah, I have still yet to read the rationale for why attacks of opportunity were removed because I see that there's a bunch of text in there that I didn't read. I only read the effects of the other the new mechanic that replaces attacks of opportunity, but I like it a lot more than attacks of opportunity. I wonder if there's ever gonna be a character where I'm like, oh, I wish that this character had attacks of opportunity because this is gonna get me killed, or something like that. I am really curious about that, and if it can happen at all. Mm. It would be great if I had Tin of Tremorstones or Most Experience of Vocoballs. As it is right now, and since I don't have jabs, the only way that I can mess with that with these demonologists is to do this. And I really do need to do that because I see a Tormentor. Okay, Tormentor's gone. Yep. That very quickly snowballed into being funny. Square is liquefied. Oh! You block Entropic Shot and reflect it back. I see that that message hasn't been fixed. Let me put another screenshot on Discord. Yeah, it should say you block the entropic shot, shouldn't it? Oh, wait, Wizlav. We don't press O. Search for the Wizlav. Magic mapping. Oh, it's very close to me. I'm glad. Okay. The Roulette of Golubria. Let's see what we get when it comes to cloaks here, because the Roulette of Golubria always places some funny cloaks. Cloak of Starlight is not it. I might use it because of the 4 evasion, but I think that I would prefer a different one. What do you have? Darts of Dispersal. Nothing to really worry about. More Darts of Dispersal. Is it a thing now? Do monsters get a bunch of Darts of Dispersal from in this vault? Dispersal the spell now. Okay, we got to the Tentacle, and we see 3 Randart Cloaks. Well, 2 and the Cloak of Starlight. I do not have high expectations for the Cloak of Starlight, of course. Wow, 70 damage? It's a lot of damage, you know? It's a lot of damage. But I also happen to be pretty good at dealing a lot of damage myself. So we get rid of Tentacle, and we reap our rewards. Oh, wow. That's almost really good. Man, if it didn't have Slay -5, it would be incredible. And this is just a cloak of poison resistance. So against all odds, all the cloaks were kinda bad. I mean, the cloak of starlight is okay, but I sure wish that it was the very, very old version of Cloak of Starlight that gave like resistance to electricity and cold resistance instead of giving minus stealth and the dazzle thingy. Yeah, used to be a pretty strong item back in the day. Now the dazzle thing is like I don't care. For practical purposes, it doesn't do anything, in my opinion. Well, that was a funny thing to do. I don't think that I explored the entirety of the roulette, but I got the important part, which is, the center. I feel like that vault is not as dangerous as some other Wizlabs. Um, there's, for example, a Wizlab that what is it called? Borngeor's Mausoleum. That one is so difficult. When you compare it with the Roulette of Golubri, it's crazy how like both of them are Wizlabs. Yeah, no more attacks of opportunity, Yogi the Monk. Now there's a different thing where monsters have a 10% chance of running at you faster. Um, I posted the comment a couple of minutes ago in the chat, but in case you don't have the chat, I guess that I can put it again. I should probably add a command. Yeah, everyone is just very happy about the removal of attacks of opportunity. This is what they got replaced with. This thing right here. You can pin it. Oh yeah, that's a thing that you can do now. You can pin it. How do I do that? I have no idea how to do it since, I haven't been using my... That was basically your least favorite thing of all time. I think that it did decrease my appreciation for the game a lot. Like it made it more difficult for me to want to play the game. Um, how do you pin a message? Not like that. Mm, mm, yeah, no idea. I'll figure it out at a later date. For now, let's just go back to playing Crawl, since that's what we are all here for. But yeah, it's gone now. I don't have anything to fear when it comes to that Ice Fiend. I'm too powerful to fear an Ice Fiend at this point in the game. That's a pretty good ring. I'm a bit surprised by how good that ring is. It even has 3 slaying. Wow. Yeah, really, really good ring. It's not good enough for me to want to put it on. Like, it really has some stiff competition. Um, you can see it right here. My 2 rings are really good, and I don't need the resistances because I'm in statue form permanently. Um, oh, this guy has distortion. Don't banish me, please. I mean, not that getting banished would be a bad thing now, at this point in the game, but it would still be kind of annoying. How did you all surround me? Did you just blink into me? Or, yeah, I think so, because nothing has blink allies and circling. Anyway, that's exactly what I wanted to achieve, luring them into to the clouds of poison. That went very well. So yeah, I am not sure if it's the removal of attacks of opportunity or just this character getting crazy luck, but this has been a pretty good character. Flux form was really good. I have to say that Flux form was actually excellent for the early game. Wow, manual of unarmed combat, that's a big deal. We're no longer training this to 22. I'm training until the manual runs out. I deleted everything and then I pressed escape, but I should have pressed enter. Okay. Yeah, manual of unarmed combat. I wish I had seen it earlier. It's still pretty fine. Oh, dragon form. Do I want dragon form? I don't think so. I feel like it could be funny for killing orbs of fire, so I'm gonna carry it. But I think that my main form is gonna be statue form. After all, statue form just gives me such good resistances. Okay, out of curiosity, let's use dragon form right now. Oh, it melts the shield. And I have 12 armor class. It used to be 16. That's kind of a shame that it got nerfed like that, but I suspect that the defenses, yeah, bonus armor class plus 12 plus 18 max skill. And unarmed combat base damage 18, max 27, plus 10 strength too. So I have 50 strength. My damage rating with unarmed combat is about 117. Base 24 plus 21 unarmed combat. That's pretty funny. Not gonna lie, that's pretty funny. I feel like very glass cannony, but then again I have 370 HP, so who's gonna mess with me? I also do not have weakness to cold because I have a cold resistance item equipped. Oh, I have an ice cave here. I'm gonna go into statue form for it, but yeah, this is fun. I deal so much damage that I'm pretty much one-shotting everything that there is to one-shot. Found an ice cave. Okay, we go in. Fortunately, it's not one of the ones that immediately throw me into a fight, and I get the chance to put on my statue form. This is not gonna be difficult at all. Even if I get fiends, I can just punch it to death. As long as it's, you know, in a manageable way. I cannot just punch it to death if it has a bunch of support from everything. But I think it's gonna be the ending with a Shard Strikes, which is pretty scary actually. Shard Strikes are a very powerful enemy. I do have a shield to block their projectiles, so probably that will help. I was tempted to use Immolation there, but it was a bit of a waste. I only have one after all. Orange Crystal Statue. As long as I don't get confused, it's fine. Punch the Orange Crystal Statue, dies very easily. Frost Giant. There's no way that's the boss. Yeah, another Frost Giant. There's no way those were the bosses. Apparently they were the bosses. Okay. Sure. I'll carry this Kite Shield of Cold Resistance. It might be useful. Okay, we finally get some experience of Okobols. I find it pretty surprising that I did Elf and I didn't find Condenser Vein or anything in terms of experience of Okobols, but at least we got one now. That I actually want to use because I guess that I have had Phantom Mirror for a good while and I haven't really used it. There's been a couple of fights like Norris where I probably should have used it. Okay. Oh, I should pick up those jabs. Yeah, we really want to be carrying those. Those are gonna be useful for Orbs of Fire later in the game. I wonder how much unarmed combat I'm gonna end up getting from from the manual. I suspect 24, maybe 25 unarmed combat. But any more than that would be a bit too surprising. Did I just get stun arrow? I'm glad that I didn't want to. Yeah, I just got stun arrow. I'm glad that I didn't want to be a spellcaster because stun arrow is such a good thing to have if you want to be casting spells. This really was not meant to be a spellcaster. It was always meant to be a statue form character that punches things really hard. I think that statues should be immune to barbs because it doesn't make a lot of sense that I have a statue body and I can still get barbed. I think that the statue would just grind away the barbs. Even like maybe I get barbed, but like it just wears off very quickly if I've moved once or twice, or after attacking a couple of times or so. That would make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, very clearly I over-prepared for this part of the game, but I prefer it like this because, you know, the other day I went into shows with what I consider to be a really powerful character and I got absolutely destroyed immediately. I'd rather not play games with duller branches. Yeah, this time the crawl mid-game experience wasn't as bad as it often is. So far, no Krakens. I really was looking forward to seeing a Kraken to punch it. Lots of potions of 3. We don't mind potions of 3. I guess they are okay for if I see Cursed Toes and so on. But even if I see Cursed Toes, Statue Form gives me Torment resistance. Wow, 7 scrolls of butterflies. It's a pretty large amount of scrolls of butterflies. Oh, that's the rune right there, so quickly. Sure, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll just stab through everything. And in Shield's really strong because I feel like part of the reason why this character is so crazy powerful is because it finally got to the point of having a shield. So I have good defenses, good resistances, good HP, and a shield. Well, I guess shield is included in the good defenses part. But yeah, reflecting bolts and melee damage is a big deal. Okay, that's rune number 2. What's gonna be my third rune? You think it's gonna be Bolt 5? Because it could be Bolt 5, but Bolt 5 is always very tricky. I could also Slime. Is a slime a good idea? Probably not. Ilsuiu comes here and dies, not an issue. In case you're wondering why I'm still doing this, even though I already have the rune, it's because I want more jabs. Yeah, okay, we got 11 jabs. That's actually pretty good. We are probably gonna get more. There's probably more laying on the floor somewhere in the dungeon that I haven't picked up. We're almost done. We didn't see a Kraken. That's a shame. I really wanted to punch a Kraken. Oh, there it is. Okay. 3, 4 attacks. 4 punches was all that was needed to pulverize a Kraken. It was actually 3 punches because one of those I missed. Sweet. Yep. Pretty powerful character. 3-shotting a Kraken. Yeah. Okay, let's just get to this to 25 and then we'll train something else. Mm. Where do we go next? Like when it comes to the third rune, I really don't want Bolts 5, and I don't think that Slime is gonna be particularly good for me. What I could do is a Scroll of Torment, which I don't even have. No, I don't have Scroll of Torment. Maybe if I had Scroll of Torment, I would use Scroll of Torment in Slime. Just throw a couple of silver jabs at the Royal Jelly, well hasted of course, and then use a Scroll of Torment and Immolation. And that would be a very easy win to that fight. Let's just do the rest of depths. Maybe I do maybe I do the Abyss. Okay, there it is, my 25 unarmed combat. I think we can get a little bit of fighting as well. Why not? How hard am I hitting? 85. That gets 50% added on top of that. So, yep. Lots of damage. Juggernaut, I'm not afraid. You block the Juggernaut's attack times 2. Amazing. I really like that this item gives flying, the Storm Queen's shield. Not that it matters too much, since as a Nogger actually, it's not a matter of being a character in such a form. As a Nogger, I don't fumble in water. I don't think water penalizes me in any way whatsoever. It used to be that it did penalize you, but now it doesn't. Shallow water. Of course, you can still not step on deep water. Um, let's just do Abyss. Lots of wretched stars. That's not a good start. Oh, nice. The game immediately sent me to Abyss 2. I guess that the wretched star gave me Berserkitis. That's kind of annoying. Yep. It is very annoying to get Berserkitis as a melee character, at least temporary Berserkitis, because it's in order to remove it, you have to put yourself in a position where you are going to maybe trigger it, which, yeah, it's not nice. You know, talking about things that got implemented and then got reverted, I wouldn't mind to go back to the version of the Abyss before this one. I feel like everyone hated it except for me. I really, really liked the 2 potions of experience that you got from picking up the rune. Look at my character right now. I'm experience level 24 and I'm looking for my rune number 3. If I got that... if I got that version of the Abyssal Rune and 2 potions of experience, I would be knocking on the door for experience level 27, which would be really nice. Would be a significant increase in HP and stuff, and of course the stats from experience level 27. It would be nice. I think that I'm gonna get to it because I'm also gonna like just blaze through Sot and I'm gonna kill everything. Unless things prove to be difficult, in which case I'm not gonna do that, but I highly doubt that it will be like that. Okay, Abyss 2 is really resisting to give me the downstairs. After Abyss 1 just sent me to Abyss 2 very quickly. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to be a bad Gozak worshipper. I'm just gonna leave behind a bunch of money. Gozak is not gonna be happy. The Abyssal Rune of Sod can be found at this depth, and so I have no need to go deeper. Oh, I should have probably rested. Yeah. Whenever you get an exit like that, it is a really good idea to just rest. Oh, man. I hate Wretched Stars. Wretched Stars are one of my least favorite things in the Abyss. Maybe I should equip Regen for the Abyss. It is always a good idea. Oh wow, that was a Pearl Dragon. That's pretty rare. It's not something that you get to see very frequently. Star Flowers? I suspect that's like a Rune Bolt or something. Oh, maybe it's a bolt for going deeper into the Abyss. There's two Wretched Stars. Wow, I wanted to get out, but the Wretched Star pulled me. Okay, I see the point of the bolt now. The Wretched Stars just, or like they're not Wretched Stars. The Star Flowers. The Star Flowers pulled you. Very funny. I might die here if I don't play this upcoming sequence of events a bit more carefully. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, I wanted the Star Flower to pull me. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, just classic Abyss stuff. Oh man, should I do that? I should do Crypt. I should do Crypt. Yeah, just like real quick so I can get back all of those nasty debuffs. Unfortunately, I'm out of depths to do. Also out of bolts to do, apart from bolts 5. I have 2 scrolls of immolation. I really like using immolation for the entrance party. Yeah, it makes a lot of noise and then you have to teleport afterwards. The dangerous part of the entrance party is never the bolt guards, is whatever pops in the screen while you're fighting the bolt guards. Okay, I would really appreciate some corridors here. I just figured something out. Maybe Gozak makes it so that these monsters are not really good at chasing after me. Yeah, one pursuing. Finally, it happened. One of these guys started pursuing me. Something that we haven't really seen a lot because this character doesn't really need to reposition. But in that situation, there were just too many dudes. Yeah, I'd rather reposition and lose that amount of HP than just sit there and fight. Because I figured that if I sat there and fought, I was gonna die. Things are still fine. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that went very well. I can go back to the Abyss now, and I probably should. I shouldn't waste all of the experience that I have here. You know, the ability to remove the bad mutations that Abyss gives me. Um, it was nice to play Lugonu that other day, where I got the opportunity to do so. Yeah. I don't like what was done to Lugonu. I do think that the whole concept of Zealot backgrounds should be removed from the game altogether. Because I feel like if a god is part of a Zealot background, it greatly limits the god. Of course, that only applies to non-Ignis gods. Ignis is perfect as it is right now. Zero changes are required for Ignis. It would be nice to be able to move, but that's the nature of the Abyss. I don't even need to pick up all this money. I have, I'm carrying so much money. I'm just gonna get out of there. Yep. Wow, I leveled up to 25. Oh, finally, the rune is right there. Oh, it gave me weakness to fire. That's pretty bad. I have to get rid of that. I hope that I do not give myself some more terrible bad mutations while I get rid of that, because I only have 2 potions of mutation. Getting a bit of lag while you're tabbing wildly is not the safest thing. Oh man. Okay, yeah. Just big team of a Wretched Star again. I don't like Berserkitis. It has always been a very annoying mutation to get. Okay, the exit is nice. Let me get the rune and then I can get out. When it comes to Abyss Rune Bolts, I would consider this to be on the easier side of things. Alright. That's 3 runes, so now I can win the game. In a pretty good time, actually. 2 hours and 44 minutes. Yep, indicator of a strong character when I can do that kind of thing. Oh wow. Oh wow. It turned into a Juggernaut. This might be a bit unsafe. Oh wow, it turned into a Titan. Actually, a Titan is significantly less dangerous than a Juggernaut. Okay, that was funny. Funny thing that I just got in, that I just entered a bolt with 4 killer clowns, and the dangerous part was that one of those killer clowns turned into a Juggernaut. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna re-teleport, and then I'm gonna go downstairs, and then the teleport is gonna trigger, and then I can do SOT 1 in a reasonable way. Yeah, whenever you get ambushed by one of those entrances, that's one of the best things that you can do. Um, and doing it in SOT specifically bypasses the teleport timer of SOT because you start the teleport outside of SOT. It's pretty nice. I don't know if that's intended or not, but I sure know that I shouldn't mention it because otherwise it's gonna get nerfed. So only you get to know. Mm. Ah, that's a pretty good potion of heal wounds. Okay, there's a Juggernaut. You know, that's not the kind of thing that you would like to see at this amount of HP. I think that I'm gonna blink away. Okay, that's great. I was a bit fearful that I was not gonna be able to do that. I'm glad that Juggernauts don't have poison resistance. If they had poison resistance, it would be so difficult to deal with them because they would be immune to Curare. Anyway, I'm carrying jabs. This is what jabs were made for. I'm starting to miss my regen. Oh yeah, I have weakness to fire. I should fix that. That's great. That's pretty good. Okay, hopefully we are gonna get some good stuff. It's gonna take a while for me to get my good mutations from getting from getting evolution, but we're gonna get them. Evolution. As I gain experience, I get good mutations. I'm gonna get two good mutations. Okay, that went very well. Alright, that's 25 on armed combat. I'll train a little bit of dodging. Let's see how much it impacts my character. Right now I have 13 evasion. It immediately went up to 14. It's kind of surprising. Also, why do I have 13 evasion? Oh, because of the Cloak of Starlight. Sure, not gonna complain about it. I do think the previous version was better, but it's never gonna come back. Nice. How much damage are my rocks dealing? I bet they deal nuclear damage. 100. Yeah, damage rating 100. Base 20 plus 20 throwing. Sweet. Hello, cool guy dude. Thank you for stopping by. We are doing this character, the first of many characters to come now that attacks of opportunity have finally been removed from the game. I do have to say that it was a rough couple of versions, from the monster weapon attack delay changes to attacks of opportunity. It's pretty difficult to play Crawl, but now it might be much more palatable to play Crawl. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I really have no plans to play Crawl today until I saw that, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I play Crawl today on stream. I also wanted to try Flux Form. Man, it's really satisfying to be able to completely destroy orbs of fire as quickly as that. That was a pretty fast orb of fire fight for sure. Yeah, as I said, statue form gives me torment resistance, which is extremely helpful for the purposes of dealing with those guys. There's a teleport trap here. Might as well take it. Okay, this is actually kind of bad because of the circers. If it was not for the circers, it would be okay. I forgot about training shapeshifting. Okay. If I open the door, I think that I would be walking into a corridor. Yeah, that would be the convenient thing. But I don't know if that's actually how it's gonna be. I'm still gonna open it regardless. Okay, I think it was a good idea because now I get to blink. Break line of sight. Read Fogu. No, read or use haste. Then read Fogu so that I do not get surrounded by the shifter. Okay, now Ambrosia. Oh wow, it's already next to me. Ambrosia nukes my shield, which is not great. Bird enemy can poop on statue form players to deal torment damage. That sounds pretty bad for Roxanne. Also crazy caustic strike buff. Alrighty, we clear up our inventory of potions of heal wounds. And we're just waiting for Ambrosia to wear off. And there we go, okay. 176 HP, nothing to fear. Leveled up to 26. I do want to be hasted for this upcoming fight. Yeah, not being hasted seems like a pretty dangerous thing. Alright, I thought that there were gonna be way more monsters, but it's fine. Minus a scroll and clumsiness. The minus a scroll might be dangerous. It might get me killed. Sot is being pretty nasty today. Look at these. Curses calls and curse those. I have been in this vault before, and in fact I have died to this vault before. I should be careful. Yeah, in fact I think that I have died because I was doing the exact same thing that I was doing now, which is reposition by walking deeper into the vault, which is just ends up revealing more enemies. Okay, we should be okay. We should be fine. All three downstairs were in there, so I really have no choice but to do that if I wanted to progress. Very nasty vault. And I was in statue form too. Imagine if I hadn't gotten statue form. A statue form is especially relevant here because of the resistance to torment. Hey, robustness. Okay, that compensates for all the suffering that the late game has put me through, which hasn't really been a lot. I've had much worse on other characters. It has just been a couple of close calls, but I have had the tools to actually deal with them. It's much more painful when you don't have the tools to deal with them and you're just coin flipping for your life on pretty much every fight. Yeah, fortunately this character is not like that. Yeah, these Draconian Berserkers are not a big deal for this character. As long as they are as long as I am in a corridor, as long as I'm fighting them one at a time. You lolled at the title? Yeah, but it's true. They're gone. No more attacks of opportunity. They got removed for something else. Behold this. I'm about to walk away from this Quicksilver Dragon. And it's not gonna get an attack of opportunity ever. Because they're gone. Yep. It's not doing it. Ooh, that's not good. This sure would be a bad time to not have resistance to corrosion. Fortunately, I do have it. Charming on this thing. It resists and slows me. Let's read teleport. I'm gonna need it anyway. Okay, you want to torment? Because tormenting here would be good for me. It did torment. That's nice. It's gonna take a while for me to teleport, but we should be okay. I'm gonna hasten brilliance, and there we go. Didn't take that long, but I was slowed from statue form, so that's probably why. Yeah, that was a pretty nasty teletrap. Put me in the good old acid salt ending, or acid salt bolt. That's what it is. Yeah, it's just a room that has the downstairs and also has a million yellow draconians, including yellow draconian scorchers, which used to be able to generate, but not anymore. Now they only get placed by traps, or by specific bolts to be more precise. Yeah, that's what I meant. Um, Nothing to be terrified of, but it was pretty bad to approach that in that way, you know? To just be thrown right in the middle of that. This is pretty enjoyable. I like having 435 HP, and I could make it even more than that. But I'm going to train for my armor class now. Training shape-shifting to 23. It's really cool to have this much HP. Like, you get hit by damnation, and it does deal some damage, right? Like, it's not something that you can just shrug off, but it is not like, oh, you lost like 25% of your HP, like it would be on some characters, not almost all characters. Like I'm especially thinking about the characters that are on the other side of the spectrum, the ones that have like no HP, the cats and the Spriggans and the deep elves. And I got to experience level 27, and we're gonna get strength. Yeah, 44. Their damage rating with an armed combat is about 96, and my damage rating with the rock is 104. Not bad. Alrighty, exciting SOT 4. Pretty cool. Now we go into SOT 5, and we read a Scroll of Revelation. I really like that alarm trap. That's gonna be super convenient. I don't want to do it immediately, but I will definitely put that to good use once I'm done with the level. Alrighty, time for the final challenge that the game has to offer. Apart from Extended, but who does Extended anyway? Nice distribution of traps. Apart from these might be a problem, but yeah, in fact, these three are gonna be kind of a slight annoyance, but not so terrible. Anyway, we walk away. We immediately see a guy that can slow me. I would appreciate it if it didn't. Let's try to charm it. It works. Miraculously, it works. It almost never does. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have gone for the bribe. Whoof! Okay. 4 orbs of fire. 1 distracted. Let's haste and resistance. 5 orbs of fire. Okay. I only have 3 silver jabs, you know? 6 orbs of fire. I got frailness. Oh, I lost my robust, more precisely. Your skin feels very cold. Cool. I should bribe. I can still do it. What is that emoji? Berserkitis is very annoying. But yeah, you know what this alarm trap did? It let me kill those guys so that they didn't eat my bribe, because these orbs were not really that terrible. Yeah. Who really needs to be afraid of 6 orbs of fire? Anyone can take care of 6 orbs of fire. Let's do this. Yeah, another friendly orb of fire. So this game had 7 orbs of fire, and it's probably gonna die soon. But yeah, your orb of fire is destroyed. It's fine. I don't need to bribe much of anything after I get a few orbs of fire on my side.
My wife still doesn't believe in me.
Hasdeath, thank you for the Prime subscription. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, thank you for the support. I hope that you have been enjoying the stream. It does help a lot when you choose to subscribe with Prime. Okay, this is just a convention of neutral monsters. Have you realized it's just so many of them? I still have a little bit of bribe, but it's gonna wear off soon. I can probably just walk to the orb now. I definitely earned it fighting. I think I killed 7 orbs of fire. The way that we can know is if I do this, and then I do this, and then I go to the bottom. Right about this part. 8 orbs of fire I killed. And there was one collateral kill, orb of fire, I suppose. Yeah, vanquish quitters, others, and orb of fire. Aha. So 8 orbs of fire I fought before I bribed. And the bribing is over, but we're fine. Oh, look at that! Why can't I tap? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, you know what's happening? It's because Tav is not letting me tap because there's this monster here in different. Proceed meteor shower peak last Saturday. It was cool. Saw some bright ones with long tails. Insane was renamed in Trunk? Oh no. But my tab is Tav, right? Yeah, my tab is Tav. Oh. My RC doesn't like that. Yeah, but I find it weird because my RC doesn't have anything. Why am I throwing rocks? Why am I throwing rocks with Tav? Is it something weird because I have Berserkitis? I don't think so. That's pretty strange. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I lost Berserkitis. Well, that's unusual. Anyway, I think that I can just pick this up and get out of here. Yeah, Tab is throwing rocks. No idea why it is throwing rocks. It shouldn't. I'm pressing Tab and it is doing something else. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I'm throwing rocks with Taff. That's kind of annoying. I wonder if that's like something new that. Yeah, it's using the quiver. Why is it using the quiver? Why can't it just be Taff? Maybe if I save and reload. Transfer. I bet that has something to do with what just happened. Hopefully. Okay. What if I press Tab now? Okay, now it's so weird. I have no idea why that happened. But I save reloaded and now Tab does Tab. That was pretty strange. Because it was not behaving like that for a large part of the game. It only just decided to do it at the end for some reason. It's not loading. Come on, don't do this to me. Okay, we're gonna wait here until it loads. It's not gonna load, okay. This is what we're gonna do. Save, reload. No, one more try. Usually I have to go through this at the very start of the stream, but it just decided to do it now at the very end. It's a pretty interesting thing. Wonder why that happened. Yeah, just stuck at loading. In the meantime, I guess that we can take a look at the change log. No, nothing. No idea why it was just throwing rocks then. That's so strange. And it is still not. Yeah, okay, I give up. I guess that we are going to see the rest of the orb running console. Okay, I cannot run away from you, and you're really scary. That's actually a pretty strong Panlord. Scrolls of Linking were made for this. This is the entire um, purpose of Orbs of Linking. I was standing on the stairs, right? That happens to me so much that I'm standing on the stairs and a Panlord appears and I just teleport away from the stairs. Deba with the Tower Shield of Mezcal. That's actually a pretty good Tower Shield. But I am about to win, so who cares? I would have liked to see it, earlier in the game. Does it actually load for you if you open it in like the web page, because that's pretty much the same thing I do. When I do this, it tries to load that web page that you just linked. And if it's stuck at loading, I don't know. Oh well, it works for you. It also doesn't really matter because I just won. Didn't get to 23 shapeshifting, but I did get to a lot of the goals that I wanted, including a win with Ogre Shapeshifter. I figured that Ogre Shapeshifter was gonna be really good. Um, yeah, Ogre Shapeshifter seems to me like it was a pretty strong combination, but when I played it originally, I was very disappointed. This time, however, it went much better, not only because of Flux form, but also because I got a lot of strength and a lot of slaying from the very beginning. I got some pretty good gear, but most importantly, I think Flux form was the defining thing, because Flux form is very good. It's a really, really good thing to have. It's so good, in fact, that I would be surprised if it stays like this for for a stable. If it's like this in trunk for a couple more weeks, it's fine. If it releases like this in stable, I would be surprised. I'm gonna try more shapeshifters with flux form. Sometimes you have to F5 if it gets stuck. I don't know if I can F5 in the way that I capture the screen or the way that I capture the website, but I'm gonna have to give it a try next time that happens. Anyway, let's just get out of here. 18 evasion somehow. But yeah, great defenses. My resistances were better before the Orbs of Fire. Still pretty good. 1 pip of everything. I can always use potions of resistance if I need to. Except not because I'm about to get out. Let me inscribe something with... yeah, also do not forget to follow the YouTube. Let's just get out of here. I will be very satisfied with my win of this character, even though there were a couple of situations in the late game where I would have died. I was not playing very well towards the end because yeah, I was just too powerful for far too long, and there were a couple of situations where I would have died, or where I came pretty close to dying. But anyway, yeah, that was fun. I will come back tomorrow to play another shapeshifter in this account, not the random character account, and we shall see how that goes. I'm gonna play other shapeshifters that I haven't won because I want to try um, to use Flux form on more characters, see if it's actually as strong as it was for this one. I'm gonna try to do the exact same skilling on other characters. First shapeshifting to 6, then fighting, then unarmed combat. Um, and we shall see if it goes as well as it went for this character. But anyway, see you around. Have a nice rest of your night. I appreciate the continued support. And thank you for everything. Yeah. And do not forget to subscribe with Prime if you have it, I suppose. I would definitely appreciate that. See you around.